I can't feel nothing. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing. Yeah.
Duro no flash, defend the ping.
Something that G2 look towards.
DC hits, waiting for the steadfast presence to expire. Perfectly timed by Lebrov. The CC now
Mikhails.
going through. Manages to take
He didn't
himself
die?
out
Really?
with the Mikhails.
He lives!
Why is Casual stream
Ansama
lagging?
retreating.
Really?
Mikhails from
Because I'm
Duro
starting
so
on my
damn
stream.
clutch because
That
look at
might
the
be
health
Otacon.
bars.
It's like going.
I don't know if they can do anything about this.
Rogue Boy going in against Chovy. Ulti.
Does anyone else
caps.
experience?
Oh my God,
Chovy starts to retreat. Gold card.
Why
but
aren't we
just
sending
not
it with
the
BB?
follow
Yes,
there.
ult or not?
Yeah, and I think the read here is Cap's going to try to ult towards
Damn,
bot,
this
but
is
they
720.
can't contest Otacon, so you have to just try and look for a play. It doesn't look pretty, but
God, bro. I wanna
Toby there is, I
watch. I
think,
wanna
the best
watch
cross
this.
you're gonna get
Is the
with
HUD
the
bugged?
health
Like,
bars
why is the Aatrox not just
of all
ulting and
those
running at
members
him?
in mid lane being as low as they were? No contest possible. That's going to be Otacon here
I completely forgot that this was
GNG.
on as well.
as they keep inching closer and closer to that match victory. Looking at the item spikes though for G2, maybe once Hans gets a little bit further in as the rule
Capital
of the
G.
Trying
Yeah.
his
GP.
best to do
I
things
remember,
on the
like,
map
this
somewhere
game,
to
like,
save
a
the
while
game.
ago.
Side
Oh, yeah,
locking
fucking
down Canyon.
MSI's on. I gotta
Gold
make sure
card
that
ready
I
to
watch
go,
it.
Impale only gonna connect on one. Skewmont here as well.
Completely
Canyon
forgot about
getting
it.
taken down.
How
Killed.
many viewers
Going
does
into
Casual
the
have at the
caps. A big
moment?
gold shutdown.
137
Nice.
Nice.
He probably has more viewers than the actual.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, look at this.
Playing very aggressive here.
Riot
Not that
has
much use
40k.
there. TP.
40.
Just the
Don't forget
TP
to update drivers. Oh
coming
shit.
through. I think
Drake in 50 seconds.
Genji don't
Ah,
wanna
it'll be
give
fine,
over
Cam. It'll be
any
fine. I
chance
can't
to
update
fight
drivers
this
now
again.
that I'm
This
streaming.
Nice, we
It'll
cancelled
tank
it.
my stream. It's tanked it before.
Early departure from the wall. Sees him face to face with
It's alright.
Skewmont. Rogue Boy going
Should be
1v1 versus Keen, and it doesn't
Broken
look like he's
blade.
gonna come
Broken
out.
blade.
Don't worry, bro.
Broken
Don't
blade.
worry.
Someone's alive.
Coming in the Sundered Sky.
Don't worry, Cam.
Just in time.
It's a
Fine,
5v4.
don't worry.
Chovy.
Oh, Hanzama! Oh my God! What the fuck was that?
Yo, Ugo, what's up, man?
Caps Force back. Gold card. Giving them a bit
Takes
more
2
space.
seconds. Cam, I've already started stream. Okay?
I've
already started.
Decent fight, but they can't get the kills.
Well, that right there is
There's a new update on the Twitch chat. It has top
Oh my
fans.
God, I feel like they could've
Ugo's
had it
number
there.
1.
First into a good amount of rocks. Talia, when she gets the kite back, hard to actually get on top of, and now what looked like an opportunity because they were able to interrupt Chovy making his way over. That was the reason why the play didn't end up working out for Genji.
It's okay.
Trying to
G2
bro.
like
You
are
bro,
just
you
doing
are.
play, and it's holding them in the game a bit.
That
But
Broken
Genji
Blade
are
gets
still
the
winning.
heal up.
It's only second
Because
Drake to Genji. It
of
doesn't really matter.
quick
But
retreat. And
G2 need a
again,
tower,
trying to
man.
hard force
They need
into
to
both
translate
a
these
Talia
kills
and
into
a
something.
Poppy.
Yo,
It's just
Ben,
a
what's
matter
up,
of
man?
Caps has
dragging
rapid fire.
Hey, Pocky.
It's crazy to me
So
that
much
Caps
movement
is
on stream,
Those
yes.
kills and that
up in
shutdown.
CS and
You know,
XP still.
G2 keep the gold
And he's
close.
just going everywhere on the map trying to
Dragons 2.
find things, no matter what.
Duro goes in.
Caps is spiking really hard. He has
Casual
rapid fire.
commenting
It doesn't
on-
mean he has a lot of
We're watching
damage, but it
Casual
gives G2 a lot of options.
Watch
He has really long-range stun cards if people want to play on it.
Yeah.
MSI.
Also, as
How
the
am I?
kills,
I'm doing good, man. I'm good.
His ruler gets in trouble.
We're getting top tower
just
right
wanna-
now.
I just
so
wanna
at least
watch
it's
the end of
something, but
this.
Top bot tier 2 might die.
And then yap a little bit. Wait for Mecha Break to come out, and then we're gonna play some Mecha Break.
Just looking for a stack. The turret goes down.
Hopefully it doesn't lag hopefully it doesn't lag stream because multi-streaming it's like
Still
it makes it
getting
harder
engaged
to
on
like run games.
Keeping pressure mid.
Hans is pushing though, and he goes unanswered for now. Giving him additional vision, knows that people are on the way.
Now retreating.
Look for a
Just
pick,
call me
look for a
Donny
pick,
Boy.
look
Yeah,
for
well,
a
I
pick.
mean
Caps, find an
that
angle.
was my
Sees
old
two
that's my
members
old channel
descending
name.
upon Hansama, so he knows he has an angle to
That's
make
why
play
as
block.
well.
Doro
Donny
ready
Boy
with the
uses my
ulti,
old
but it
channel
doesn't
name.
connect. Now it's Doro who might be caught out, but
For
Caps
my
takes a
former
lot
channel.
of damage in the
Then I
meantime. Doro
started
just
this
gonna
one.
retreat.
Oh,
Wall
he's
goes
done
down,
a lot
isolating
better.
Lebrov, and he's gonna try to walk this one off.
It's just Doro and Brock
Caps
looking
is
Also, we're
trying his
almost
hardest,
at-
man. He's
You can't
really
kill
trying to
me.
find
Almost at
anything.
5k subs on YouTube. We're getting there. We're like 80 subs
fairly
off.
peaceful ending,
Guns
yeah.
drawn.
So we're getting close.
Three, we both put him down. And I gotta say, like G2
80
at
subs
least
away from 5K.
consistently finding these avenues of attack to try and get some gold back in their favor. But I think the thing that's gonna break.
I was hoping that some videos yesterday would pop off, but they
Crazy.
haven't
Caps
done
is
well.
playing
which
on
is
the edge.
fine,
Like
yes,
some
it
of these
happens.
fights could extend, and they could just lose.
on their terms.
So
Yesterday's
looking at the
stream, though,
spikes,
was
two
good.
items.
You get timed out so much. Yeah, you had a
You got
big
Doro
redemption arc.
Caps
I
is
can't
very
lie.
high in XP.
Massive
He's going level
redemption arc,
16
bro.
soon.
Just now finishing his for 10 stacks on the run
Look
of
at his
ages.
level. He's level
Also has
16
his
after this
rapid
top
fire
wave.
done.
He's actually
I think
really
that they're
strong.
really going to be playing aggressively, trying to find a pick off of a gold card.
Oh, he's
Damn,
really close to
Chovy
16.
really only sitting on
Apparently level 9?
again, a
So the
very
TF, you
supportive
might think,
build, and
well, 16, is that
normally
really
Chovy
important?
does this because he knows that
Well,
the CSing
he's got a very low cooldown ult with a very long range.
And
he
these
has a lot of
supports are
stun
like
guards,
usually
so it just gives
support in League is always like
It just gives
lower
G2 a
level
lot
than
of
everyone
angles
else,
to
but
fight.
they're so much lower level. They're like
There's so much,
at least like
so much
minimum
better- or
four
so much
levels
better
behind,
advantage on G2.
or 3 actually,
With
because
Hans
jungle's
Sama in
only
particular,
13.
I don't know about walking into a choke point though. I don't think either team can get away with that.
Bot wave unattended.
Usually they're like 1 or 2.
G2
think
is
they're like
someone
3
needs
to
like
4.
some fucking damage.
They're determined.
Like, I need this
Proven
Kai'Sa
for
to
The
do
owner's
damage.
like 6 behind of their
Moves out to a
Garen.
side lane.
I mean Jace, sorry,
Third
not
item
Garen,
completed for
Jace.
Ruler.
What a reminder, that's big into Aatrox.
First message
and
in the
Mundo.
channel was, "Are you British?" Really? Was it?
Healing reduction on top of it.
Ugh. That's why you got off to a bad start. It's because you called me
Ready,
British.
Summoner's ready.
That one has not spotted a ton of vision available here.
Yeah,
And
a
again,
lot of
G2,
good wards from
they're going to be
G2.
looking. If anyone shows just
Kinda
slightly out of
holding
position
in the
on any
game
of
a
these
little
boards,
bit.
They can pull the trigger with caps.
But Keen is
Hans
still.
Sama,
Keen and Ruler
as
are
long
gonna
as,
do
he
so
keeps in
much
mind that
fucking
Talia and
damage in
Poppy
these
can beat her
fights.
in a moment's notice.
I'm surprised
G2
that
keeping a very tight leash
G2
on
actually
the
won a
vision.
game and that this
Like
Around
Caps
game's
right now
close.
is the
No
most
team has
annoying
sold
mosquito in the world.
Demi
Long
to-
range,
Commits too
super
closely
fast.
towards the bot side of the
He has a lot of
The
summoners to
British
play
team.
with. He has
Dragon
pink
just
wards
with
to
a
sit
little
on.
bit too many
He is the
people.
biggest mosquito in the world. It's so
Collapse on Baron
fucking
can be
annoying for Gen G
very,
to play
very
against.
swift here.
Like he's ulting, he's here, he's
Roguelike
there,
matching
he's
Keen
here,
thus
he's
far.
there,
Caps
he's
immediately
diving
going
this, he's
by.
diving
Keen,
that.
the member who doesn't have that extra lockup, doesn't have the extra cleanse.
Okay, big kill. That's an
Yeah.
800 gold shutdown, but Scumon's getting caught while Caps is making a play bot. Just need to not do that. Not do that. Let Caps just let Caps make things happen.
Might start it. We'll see if Caps is able to bring out his smite. Try and match,
Now Caps is gonna
obviously.
base
Yeah,
TP in,
'cause
swap the
Gen
smite.
G-
What's he gonna
Gen
do
G
now?
just
Fucking
lost their
steal the Baron as
jungler,
well?
so I mean, sorry,
Gen G,
G2 just
Oh my
lost their
God, they
jungler, so
double
Gen G
G.
can take advantage of that.
He will be spotted.
It's gonna be hard to steal the Baron.
In. Caps, you have smite.
Oh,
Oh, look, Skarner, he's stunned. Skarner's gonna die, maybe. Oh, there was 2 smites and they didn't get.
That was good
Oh
by
my God,
G2
Henderson's
to like go on
dead. What?
Skarner, but they just couldn't finish it. Oh my God, this mother Broken Blade's 1 fucking HP.
What happened in that fight? Where did Hans Sama go?
Caps just got fucked. Oh my.
Ruler, I know you love your Quadras, but I don't know about chasing the Aatrox into fog.
Where is he?
He's not afraid. He's just going to keep on going. Broken Blade. Mission impossible.
Oh.
They see him.
Emerald dash, but Chovy against the wall. Too fast.
Oh.
One more dash over the wall, still running. An auto on a minion to buy a bit more health. Infernal Change, Scumon on the way in.
Or is
GG.
he? Scumon saves him.
I think he's out keen.
Damn, how did Broken Blade? How the fuck did he
Jason
get
Henry
away there? He was so low.
Not gonna die.
That was chill, not gonna lie.
Not
Thanks,
even
man. I appreciate
close,
it.
baby.
I try to be as chill as possible. Obviously, sometimes I can be a bit of a, you know.
All right, Hans Sama has IE, but what did Hans
I
do
feel like
in
as
this
I get
fight?
older,
I
I'm
feel
more
like the
chill just because I
Skarner
just
was
I don't have
kills.
any energy to like. I used to be very
There were
like
2 smites available
angry
here
little
for
man when I
Gen
was
G.
younger.
Even then,
Now I just don't have the
look at
energy for that
bullshit
shit
going
anymore.
down
You know what I
onto
mean? You
Canyon.
get to that,
He
you
ends
start
up
getting
dying,
once you
but
start
the
getting
kills doesn't
older,
come through.
you just start to
This
become more
entire
chill
fight
because you just
might
like can't be
end up
fucked.
being a complete disaster instead.
That's why when I see
Ruler
people
doesn't
who are
actually
like
get taken
20
down.
in their
And
late
even if
20s
they
and
got
30s,
Ruler, the fact that
and
Broken
they're
Blade
still
doesn't
always
have
like on
those
edge.
actually
Like
get
obviously I
big
get passionate
resets.
about certain
One-shot
things,
by
but
Chovy goes uncontested in
just
this
in
fight.
general.
Means
had to
that
just try to
the
vibe out
objective
most of
doesn't
the
go their
time.
way. Baron goes towards Gen G, the Rebel Power Play. Not that impressive
There's
yet,
a
but it
Cloud
gets them
Drake
the
as
soul point,
Cloud Drake as
and it
well.
allows them to fully take control of this map. And as we all know,
Cloud
trying to
Soul.
play a TF from behind is just a miserable experience.
Yeah, and we've got Sorelda's now coming in for
Cloud
Keen as well.
Soul's
Armor
good as well.
penetration on both of the major physical damage carries.
Death Cap for Chovy as
Broken
well.
Blade flicks
Is
back.
Cloud?
He's just gonna
Cloud
die in the blink of an eye.
God, how is Broken Blade just keep on getting away?
Like, man,
Not even close.
Twice in a row now, he's gotten down to like
Twice.
such less HP.
He was a cat, he'd beat 7
The only thing that's bad is that Aatrox is level 15. Meanwhile, Jace, like the other top lane, is 2 levels ahead. This might be GG here, honestly. If Gen G can, oh no, are they gonna back? I thought they were gonna fight that. I was like, if they can get 1 or 2 picks here, that might be good. No, that's not good. Yeah.
Chovy's damage. Doing the work, knockup going in
Ooh.
from Duro. Lebrov trying to retreat. That's the ulti. Canyon ready to go forward. Chovy just continues
Fuck,
to
this might
lay
be it.
down the poke. And Gen G,
Well,
merciless as they march into the base of G2.
I think everyone expected G2 to lose this
G2,
series.
Yeah.
they gave it their all, but
The
even
fact that they won
early
1
leads,
game was already
not
really
enough
impressive.
As Gen G marched on the base, Caps behind them.
Caps behind to go golden.
I know,
Managed
Caps,
to find
I'm
the Seekers
sorry.
just in time for the flick back. Scumon in the midst of the team. Broken Blade standing, but as long as Ruler's alive, that healing reduction is just too much. The front line of G2 slowly being whittled away. Duro taken down. The tower set to fall. Keen.
I don't know what happened with Skumon this game. I feel like Skumon was really OP at like 20 minutes and then he just completely disappeared from the game.
Jesus.
We will not falter.
Yeah, it felt like the Mundo and Kaiser just disappeared from the whole game.
From Gen G.
Gee, that was just, yeah.
And Caps tried to funnel BB gold, but every time he did it, his team just died when he did it.
Game 2.
When's T1 playing? That's what I care about. Because I'm a T1 fanboy. Man, so not tomorrow,
I think
the day after,
G2's game
Friday,
1 was
10
good.
a.m.
They had some good
That I
moments,
have
but
to
Gen
watch.
G were way better. But I'm worried that this version of Gen G is not the strongest version of Gen G. Gen G looked a little bit off today. This doesn't look like the Gen G in the domestic
I didn't watch
gameplay.
all of it. On r/gay, a person posted about you, calling you handsome. No joke.
I'm sure next series they'll be way stronger,
I've
but
seen that. Do you want to see some chat? Look at this.
man,
Look at
Caps,
this. Look at
I'm
this.
sorry.
Look at this.
So damn good.
This is
Too
done. Look at this. All
calm.
right. I was like, one day, I made a video, right, a while back. All right, so I'm sorry. Yeah. I made a video a while back, and it was relatively controversial, right? It was like a bit political, right? Obviously, I try not to be as like controversial. I try to take a take, but obviously people aren't gonna like it. And someone mentioned that I was mentioned in like a Reddit or something like that. Like someone said that like, oh, this person is hated in like forums or whatever it may be. And I was just like, really? I was like, damn. All right, let me try and find it. So I search up "It's Your Boy Donnie" on r/Reddit, and this is what pops up on r/gay. Help me know who this is. This is when I had shorter hair and a shorter beard, right? And it says, just saw a YouTube video featuring a clip of this guy here and wondering who this handsome man is. Please help me find him, guys. I'm pretty sure he's like a streamer or some sort based on this picture. You don't need to search for straight YouTubers. Nah, I don't really care if he's straight. He's handsome and F, and I want to know who he is. The gays really don't let others have some joy without being judgmental. Listen, man, I'm just saying, it's your boy Donnie. Not that anyone cares how, but I searched. Try not to be cringe. Attacked react. The video he was watching. Scroll, took an educated guess. Voila. Well, listen, man. I'm just gonna say I have no problem with. I'm not a gay man. I love women. I love titties. I love female ass. I love pussy, okay? But if some gay men want to follow me on, like, you know, my YouTube, my Instagram, you know, because I post a lot of gym pics on Instagram, I have nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't care. You know what? If a gay man calls me attractive, if a gay man calls me sexy, you know what? I take it as a compliment. I'm absolutely fine with that. I'm like, man, at least someone finds me hot. You know that? And when I saw this, right, because I saw this a while ago, I asked one of my friends. I asked her, I was like, why do gay men, because for some reason, like, a lot of gay men have found me attractive. I've gotten so many gay men over the years find me attractive. And I was like, I don't understand it. So she sent a photo to one of her gay friends and was like, and said it. And apparently, the reason why gay men find me attractive is because I look real, is because I give off straight vibes, and gay men love straight men. That's apparently what it is. I don't know if that's true, but that's what it is. I don't know about now, because now I look like a homeless lumberjack. But, you know, when I have my, you know, once I shave my beard off at the end of winter, we'll see. So yeah, it's kind of funny. He looks like me. Somehow, I feel many people look that way. You find me handsome? Thanks, Olga. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Let's see what these other people. He looks like Julian Solomita. What the fuck is this? I do not look like this guy. I'm sorry. I don't look like him. He has a mustache. I don't have a mustache. Maybe, okay, maybe in this picture, maybe a little bit. Your partner is handsomer? I'd hope so, man. I'd hope you find your partner more handsome than me. This guy kind of averaged to be... Look at this. Someone said I'm average, and it got 9 downvotes. That means I'm sexy, all right? And you know what? You know what? Fuck it, man. I try to get women all the time, bro. And you know what? If they're not going to start perceiving me, you know what? Maybe I should just be gay. Maybe I should just be gay. Maybe I should just say fuck it, all right? Because men find me more attractive than women do. So you know what? Maybe I fucking should. Okay? Maybe I should just be God fucking damn it, bro. Right, how long till this game comes out, by the way? Less than an hour. Ooh.
Growing Martian zones force the Thalassic Federation.
Alright, let's told me go with the bros. Yeah, I should. Maybe I should, man. Maybe I should. Alright, you know what? To kill time, we're gonna watch some controversial stuff. Let's watch this. This came out a couple days ago now. I think 3 days ago. This is Candace Owens. This is 1 conservative versus 20 feminists. Jubilee, please bring people who can have conversations. My pronouns are they, them. Immediate pan to Candace's face.
You pull them. They just want flexible working hours and flexible working conditions like you have. And I think we should all advocate for that. It's not one or the other. But when you sit here and you go, you'll be more fulfilled doing this, then spend all your time doing that. We would love for you to leave the public eye and go focus on what makes you fulfilled. Okay.
Hi, my name is Candace Owens. I am a podcaster, a mother, a wife, and also the author of the upcoming book, Make Him a Sandwich. And today
what's the title of the video? It's 1 conservative versus 20 feminists featuring Candace Owens. We're just going to watch a bit of this until Mecha Break comes out. Because Mecha Break comes out like, I think at 2 p.m. my time. So about 35 minutes.
Did by 20 feminists. My first claim is that the
1 me versus 100 femboys. Hey, Jubilee, can we get that? Jubilee, yeah, I think that's what Jubilee needs to run. 1 me versus 100
sexual
femboys.
revolution has devalued women and made them infinitely less happy.
I would say so. But this is feminists. Why are there dudes here? Why are there men? They should just be women. I'm a male feminist. Bro, shut the fuck up.
Hi.
I never understand this fucking like running at the chair. It's kind of cringe.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, I'm
What's your name?
Samaya.
Samaya, nice to meet you. I'm Candace.
Nice to meet you too. So my question for you is, statistics show that 60% of women who are murdered by their intimate partner.
That's not the conversation. This says the sexual revolution has devalued women and made them infinitely less happy. What is this? I know this is obviously still a terrible statistic, but what? Not to brag, but you pulled a 10 out of 20 fanboy by being acoustic, bro. That's all I do. You want to know my strategy of when it comes to pulling women? I ask them if they want to hear some lore about Warhammer 40k. Somehow it works. I don't know how, but it does. One time I said to a girl, I was like, you want to come with me to buy car? Like, we'll hang it out already. And I said, oh, can we go in here? I want to buy some One Piece cards. She's like, sure. And I was just like, oh, I just want to look. I like looking at the board games and shit. And then we went like, this one's in like the city, right? And it's just like they got the board games downstairs, like your board and card games, right? Not your trading card games, but your normal like board and card games. And then they have a little upstairs area where it's got like all your trading card games and all your like tabletop games as well, like your Warhammer and all that shit. And I was like looking through it, and I was like, they have a massive, like, decent amount of Warhammer collections. And I was just like, so do you want to hear some Warhammer lore? And I was just telling her about, I don't know too much Warhammer, but I know a little bit of lore about Warhammer. And then I started telling her about the orcs, because even though I'm more of a fan of like I don't really play Warhammer, but I really want to get into it one day. I just don't have the money because it's fucking expensive. I would buy the Black Templars, but my second choice would definitely be the orcs, mainly because their lore is really fascinating. And I ended up sleeping with her like a couple hours later. So it does work. It does. Being acoustic actually can work.
partners, murdered by someone that they are in close relations with. That's according to the UN from.
You explained to him the Doom Eternal law? Nice. Nice.
2023.
Yeah.
So how is it that, women are so valued, quote unquote, in the home, and yet that's the place where they're at the most danger?
Okay, so I'm not sure what that has to do with the sexual revolution.
Right, the sexual revolution.
The first claim.
The sexual.
You are more likely in general just to be murdered by somebody you know. So of course.
But men are much less likely to be murdered by, their
That's not
partners.
true.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm sure, because men are less.
Where is it? This. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I saw this come up yesterday. Oh, here we go.
Reality TV star has been accused of beheading and murdering 39-year-old boyfriend Julian Story at their Port Lincoln home a week and a half ago. Tamika Chesser was caught on camera after the alleged murder, walking the streets of Port Lincoln, believed to be carrying Mr. Story's head in a bag. Police have searched the area for the past 8 days. They are asking the public to come forward with any information by contacting Crime Stoppers.
Here in likely to be murdered by women. Full stop. Yeah, exactly. So that's
it does happen.
It makes sense to me.
But I still don't know what this conversation has to do with this initial question. It's talking about the sexual revolution has devalued women. It made them infinitely less happy. When the girl reveals she's just a girl, not a femboy, your day is ruined. It's devastating.
Sure, how this correlates to whether
you have a pussy instead of a penis. Damn it.
The sexual revolution increased women's ability to leave the house, women's ability to control their own reproductive capabilities.
No, the sexual revolution didn't give women that. Feminists, first and second wave feminism already gave them that. The sexual revolution has got nothing to do with leaving the house. They already had that beforehand. Like the sexual revolution is something completely different. That's just going far and then trying to basically promote hoe culture.
Its ability to
procreate
control their own capacity within the workforce in regards to their own sexual capacity. So it is the very fact that the sexual revolution happened that made our access to the workplace much.
No. First and second wave feminism gave you access to the workplace. Not sexual revolution.
Or just the public sphere in general.
Making, promoting, saying that women should be able to, be promoting whore culture and hookup culture. And this goes for dudes too. I think promoting hookup culture for men and women is extremely toxic and terrible. I would never encourage a man to go ahead and sleep with every woman that he can, because it will deteriorate his mental health and his future relationships just as much as it would a woman.
General, much more easy. So without the sexual revolution, women would be much more confined to the place where they're at the most danger. Isn't that true?
So you think that, just so I'm trying to understand your argument here, you think that if we didn't have the sexual revolution, less women or more women would be murdered? Are you saying that women are
more women would be murdered for sure?
What?
Okay. I disagree
that doesn't
with
make
that.
sense.
I still don't think it has anything to do with the claim that women are infinitely less happy because of the sexual revolution, which has devalued women.
I think you'd probably be less happy if you're being murdered.
Oh.
These two things aren't linked, man. These aren't linked. I'm sorry, but this woman is making a terrible argument.
Anyone disagree?
Okay, yeah, I don't. Okay, okay.
Well, yeah,
there is definitely a
that's
correlation between personal relationships and domestic
say.
violence. And just to be clear,
Right.
if we're talking about just a monogamous relationships, the most violent relationships that are on the books are between lesbian partners. Yes, when people are intimate,
that's not a true
that is actually true.
That is true. It is actually true.
No, the statistic you're talking about is people who have faced domestic violence. Lesbians, yes, are more likely to have faced domestic violence, but that's because they typically came from relationships with men in which they were mistreated.
Lesbian relationships are the most violent relationships that we have on the books.
But we can move on.
They can fact check that claim. The point being is that it's not exactly a stunning statistic to say that when people are in relationships.
And also, you know who has the highest divorce rate? lesbian couples. You want to know who has the least divorce rate? Gay men. So... I mean, like, yeah, you can put like, there's one common factor.
Period, whether those relationships are
They've
homosexual.
changed the way
But you're saying that the sexual revolution...
Let me finish.
Yeah,
I've let you try to explain how this is correlated to happiness, and I don't think it does. I actually think you're having a different debate right now. But
she is.
Yes,
she
absolutely.
Is.
It makes perfect sense that you are more likely in general when you are in a relationship, because people are driven by anger by people that they know, whether or not we're talking about boyfriend and girlfriend, girlfriend and girlfriend, you know, a husband and a wife, a husband and a husband, or a wife and a wife. Yes, of course, the instances of domestic violence
Charlie's giving away money?
take place when you're inside of a home.
Charlie, I need money, bro. I need money.
So Steve Jobs, being like an extremely smart guy his whole life, made the stupidest decision. He decided he was going to do it all himself. And then when he realized he failed, he then kicked a ton of people down the waiting list when he was already in the fucking grave in order to try and save
how much should I
himself
ask
through
for,
the proper
Cam?
means
What's
and
something
then died.
reasonable? Cam, what's something reasonable?
So Steve Jobs didn't do it because Steve Jobs
Favorite
thought he
letter?
was like
D.
omniscient. He knew how to
D's
fix
nuts,
everything.
bro.
He knew everything, and it killed him. That's fucking terrible. I'm sorry to hear that, Deuce. Or Deus. It's all just completely
100?
random, but I'm wishing you guys the absolute best.
You know what? I'm just gonna.
Reminds me of the guy who made the
200
water-powered
just
car.
'cause-
I don't know anything
just
about the
'cause I'm
water-powered
fucking-
car guy, sorry to say.
I'm gonna need to put in my email address, so I'm doing it off screen. What's
We're
my
going to play
reason?
Modern Warfare 2009
Why do you
on the
want this
gaming
gift?
channel.
University
Yes.
student who is struggling to find a casual job while studying. Yep.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, Bron.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sebastian. I hope the trading card game goes really well for
I mean, I'd like to ask for like $1,000, but I don't like being greedy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, chat? I don't like being too greedy. I mean, I'd love to. I'd love to be like, hey, Charlie, can I have $2,000? But like, I don't want to be greedy. You know, I really don't. So I'm just gonna say, $200. Being greedy is bad. Exactly, bro. Greed is one of the 7 deadly sins, man. It's one of the deadly sins. Donnie, work in your company, you'll pay extra. Well, what's it called? Listen, Matt. I live in Australia. Don't you? Aren't you American, Uga?
home. But the sexual revolution, encouraging women to give up their goods for free, which is what I'm speaking about, and
then encourage them to put it on OnlyFans for $5 fucking.
Encouraging men not to marry these women or to have long-term relationships. What I am saying is a direct contributor to their unhappiness, because women are giving up their goods for free, and women are now entering the workplace, and that does not actually make them happy.
Teleportation machine.
Okay, pause. Sorry, you've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
She was horrible. Like, the argument is that the sexual revolution has devalued women and made them infinitely less happy. And then she started talking about murder statistics. It's like, these have no correlations. Obviously, the fact that women are murdered by their partners, horrible. Of course, it's horrible. But you have to stick to the argument. You have to. I have to admit, I don't know. I'm like, maybe it is. Maybe it is that the general people are retarded. Maybe just, and you know what? I think it actually is. I think just the average person, and when it comes to a lot of their political views, you know, a lot of them are just generally retarded, and they don't really think about their views and the reason of why they have their views. They just have them, and they don't know how to correlate, like, you know, two things together and put together a great argument. Which is why, like, you know, these people like Candace is extremely popular, because she, you know, knows how to put her arguments together. She speaks really well. And even if you don't like her, you still have to admit that, she, you know, she does really well. Meanwhile, these people, they're just fucking stupid. Jubilee always brings on dumb people. And I'm just convinced that it's not the fact that, you know, the people that Jubilee brings on are dumb. I'm starting to get to the point that people are just dumb. That's no longer the people that Jubilee bring on. It's just the fact that people are just dumb in general. Also, I'm pretty sure, not this one. No. This bitch right here, I'm pretty sure I've seen her on like one of these before.
Hello.
Let me guess, their pronouns is they, them.
Hey there.
How are you? I'm Candace.
Nice to meet you. Julian, my pronouns are they, them.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. Didn't I? I fucking knew it. The moment I saw that person, the moment I saw him, I was just like, any money, that's a they, them. See? I could fucking spot it. They looked like one. You could tell.
It's very interesting to think
Look
of
at
it.
Candace's face too. Even she's like, you didn't need to tell me.
When we just think about the gender binary, it's, you know, how do we place value on human beings in general? And so when we think about, you know, placing value, that comes from a place of power, right? So I think let's select like the Victorian era. You have this dominant group of people coming from white supremacy, deciding who gets to have a proper.
Okay. So what does this have to do with the sexual revolution that has devalued women and made them infinitely less happy?
Status in the world. And so that is already like taking.
We're going off track again.
Human beings and devaluing them. And so what the sexual revolution did was to help people seek out empowerment, which increased value, no matter the gender. So when it comes to sexual revolution, let's look at one contribution is sex education. I'm actually an educator. I teach social.
I actually I searched it up a while back. Let's actually do it this way. I'll see if I can find it. Because I was very curious, right? And whenever I like do this stuff, I like to look up of like, you know, if what I'm thinking is right or not. I searched it up on, I was like looking at ChatGPT. I searched it up in ChatGPT. I'll see if I can find it or if I have to type it in again. No. Is this it? No. Nope. Jesus, I typed so much fucking shit. Sometimes I use things for researching videos as well. Where is it? It had to do with like high. What the fuck is this? Chat. Alright, before we do this, why did I search this up? What's wrong with me? How can I meet an e-girl? Why did I do that? Why did I ask that to ChatGPT? What the fuck am I? Why did I do that? What's wrong with me? Acting, no. Cause I'm horny? Wait, what? Donnie, why did I do that? I don't fucking know, man. Alright, let's do. Alright, so does sleeping with many people have a bad effect on your mental health and future relationships? Yes, sleeping with many people can have effects on mental health and future relationships, but it's not always negative and depends heavily on the individual, their motives, and the context. Possible negative effects: emotional detachment and burnt out. Some people report feeling emotionally numb and detached after many casual encounters, especially if they're seeking connection but not finding it. Increased risks of depression and anxiety, difficult forming long-term bonds, regret or shame, STI risks and heavy anxiety, possible neutral or positive outcomes. For some people, sexual empowerment, clarifying relationship goals, no long-term impact. Bottom line, it's not about the number, but the why and how. Key questions: are you doing it to fill a void or avoid intimacy? So it's just like, all right, there's 3 possible neutral or positive outcomes for some people, but then we have 5 negatives. Which one are you going to take? Come on. And this goes for men and women. That's the thing, is that, like, I think that this should not just be a conversation of when it comes to sleeping with many people and having multiple casual relationships, right? Especially when you're emotionally detaching yourself from people, is that this should not just be a conversation that's with women. It should also be a conversation that's put out for men as well, as we should not encourage casual relationships with men and women. It should go both ways, because those mental, negative mental effects can affect both genders. Maybe there's a possibility, and I don't know. Wait, let's go back. Let's ask ChatGPT. How do these does this affect men and women differently? Yes, the mental health and relationship effects have many sexual partners can differ between men and women. Social, we don't care about the social. We care about, like, actual mental health and emotional expectations, because the fact that women are often judged more harshly and men are likely to be praised, to me, it's just fucking stupid. Like, men should not be, it should just be on equal terms, and it should not be, like, glorified in any fucking way possible. Emotional expectations and attachment. Research suggests women on average may experience stronger emotional bonds through sex due to higher levels of oxytocin release, especially there's a desire for connections. Men may be more likely on average to partnerize sex from emotion, though this is far from universal. Of course, it's far from universal. Mental health risks. Some study shows women with high numbers of sexual partners report slightly higher rates of depression and anxiety, particularly if those encounters are unwanted or regretted. Men also have experienced these issues, but often go undiagnosed due to stigma around emotional vulnerability in men. Relationship outlook. Women are judged, may struggle, judged or self-judge for their sexual history, may struggle with self-worth or fear being undesirable for long-term relationships. Men may struggle with commitment or unrealistic expectations, especially if casual sex has become habitable. So yeah. Can I pack pop? Got a t-shirt on. 18 snails.
Sociology and LGBTQ studies, and I have absolutely seen the positive outcome.
LGBTQ studies.
With the sexual revolution and sex education.
And the thing is that, like, she's talking about the short-term outcome. I don't think, just wait for the long-term. Sometimes you have to give things time.
And seeing people empower themselves. And with that comes safety when it comes to decreasing STIs, abuse, sexual assault. Yes. Again, people get to empower themselves of all genders. And I know earlier you mentioned about violence amongst lesbians and sapphic community, which I do identify within. All genders can be subjected to violence.
That was the point I was making. So I wasn't sure of how her claim was relating to what we were talking about, whether or not it makes people happy or unhappy. Relationships are obviously a ground where there can be violence.
I guess I could just wrap it up by saying, like, if we all have access to, like, sex education through the incredible work of feminists through the sexual revolution, we are able to gain access to information and gain.
Yes, but the sexual revolution has gotten to the point where it's encouraging people to have multiple sexual partners, encouraging, emotional detachment and It's encouraging, you know, just shit behavior. And like I literally showed through ChatGPT that these kind of relationships has a detriment on people's mental health. It does. So why would you do something that has a mostly negative impact on your mental health and could have it on your physical health, because you could be up to, you have a higher risk of STIs. So why would you do it? Why is this being encouraged?
To create an equitable society, egalitarian within our relationships, whether it be platonic or romantic. I'm so grateful for those feminists who have fought for us, so we can gain those spaces. And
I will say that those first and second wave feminists, they're not grateful for you. They would hate you.
Create a healthier
Can't lie, they would.
Society.
Okay, are you a believer in the government doing everything that it can to make people happy?
So when it comes, as someone that teaches in the public sector, I
just say yes or no.
Understand the concern when it comes to like, what is a teacher, you know, what kind of information they're providing to the
Just say yes or no. Who's the GOAT, Messi or Ronaldo? Messi.
Students.
I'm a Messi fan. I was a Barcelona fan. Well, still am technically. But yeah, I grew up liking Barcelona, so I probably have a bias over that.
We, as a teacher, I should be able to give that sort of information. Again, I teach college students. One of my claims is I believe that we should mandate sex.
She teaches college students. What fucking what degree are you getting out of this? This person is teaching sexual like relationship in college. What degree do you get out of this? The sexual relationships with the LGBT. What kind of job do you get out of that?
Education.
Have you seen that TikTok of those people where they're telling their what they're graduating with, and it's like the dumbest shit you've ever heard? I'll see if I can find it. What do I call it? Dumb degrees? Dumb college degrees, TikTok? Oh, here we go. Yeah. This. The Rubin Report. Who's this guy? But this is dumb as shit. Can it fucking load already?
Check this out. This is a bunch of NYU students at their graduation. If you look at a girl like that, what did she learn in college? I don't know. At Penn State, she learned how to become a jihadist. Congratulations. There's a whole bunch of worth.
All right, calm down, bro. Calm down.
Worthless stuff that you can become if you become a college graduate these days. Check this out.
My name is Jacob, and my concentration is environmental science and sustainable business.
Hi, my name is Lex, and my concentration is the performance of self.
Hi, I'm... What job do you get out of the performance of self? Do you go and work in the HR department? Is that what kind of job you get out of it?
Gabrielle, my concentration is creative direction, production, and narrative through the arts, performance, and written word.
Hi, my name is Karina Gomez, and my concentration is in journalism and Latin American studies.
At least it's journalism. Oopsie.
With an emphasis in human rights, collective memory, and political violence.
Boys are pussies. They don't want to play Outlast Trials. Can't buy it for me and I'll play.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Lee, and I studied the sociology of environmental communication.
Hi, my name is Reed, and I study music business and gender studies.
Hi, my name is Dominique, and I studied care politics with a minor in disability studies.
My name is Elliot Wright, and my concentration is art as a social mechanism.
Hi.
Art as a what job do you get out of that? Art as a social mechanism. I think he might go work at fucking Starbucks. I think that's what job you get out of it. You study that? You work at Starbucks.
I'm Georgia, and my concentration is dramatic writing and theatrical adaptation.
Starbucks.
My name is Noah Loyacano, and my concentration is equilibrium or negotiated paradox.
Starbucks.
Hi, my name is Sophie Lopez, and my concentration is titled Queering and Decolonizing Theater Practice.
Queering and decolonizing theater practice. Fuck me.
Hi, my name is Maya, and my concentration is journalism, post-colonial studies, and psychoanalysis.
So that probably work at the New York Times then.
Hi, I'm Eloise. I'm graduating with a concentration in philosophy of science and theater.
My name is Amina.
That one was decent. Philosophy of science and theater. That seems like that sounds reasonable.
And my concentration is titled The Criminal Mind, which is surrounded on criminology and applied psychology.
Oh, there we go. Criminal mind. We got a criminologist here. Fucking
Hi,
amazing.
my name is Juliana. My concentration is international business and fashion through sustainable development. Yay!
How you doing, college dropout, making mad cash in the real world?
Honestly, yeah, you know what? Sometimes it's better to fucking just drop out.
I've said many times that liberal colleges are a scam and are pointless nowadays. And this video of these graduates, just take a look at this and then let's discuss.
Hi, I'm Melanie. I'm studying the unseen body and creative spaces, erasure and exposure of the queer.
What job do you get out of that?
Hey, I'm Nina, and I studied the arts, education, and social justice.
What job is that?
I'm Joyce. I studied decolonial intimacies, indigenous politics, and resistance.
And I studied monstrosity, the subaltern praxis. Or should I say I created it?
She created her own degree.
My name is Marie, and my concentration is the radical disruption for survival, development in sub-Saharan Africa, through social anthropology.
Hey Alex, what is I just wasted 4 years and all of my money on a useless degree? That will happen.
You can watch the game? Alright, bet. Oh, it's updating. How big is the update? 10 minutes. Alright, bet. Well, it's sorry, it's not updating, it's unpacking. I'm ready. Let me just change my let me change my Twitch and my Kick to Mecha Break. Discord? Yes, give me 1 second, Camo. Yo, Paxton, what's up, bro? Robots and titties, what a day. It's gonna be a fucking great day, bro. Robots and titties, man. Mecha Break. You know what, Cam? I can't lie. I'm surprised Asmon's not like late night streaming. I'm surprised he's not up playing fucking Mecha Break. It's in Chinese. That's fine. I don't mind leaving it in Chinese. What are these two playing? These three.
This wasn't just about who's the best. It was about who had to win.
This amount of money it's life-changing, not just for them, but everyone that is close to them.
It's crazy. They're so good at a game, they can make millions of dollars. Who are these people?
One win, one chance. For everything they carried with them.
Okay, my food is on the way.
What do you order?
I got Wingstop.
Sorry, I just clicked on female. Ask you anything about football? You want to test your football? But I don't know enough about. I'm not a. Listen, man. I know a little bit about like football or soccer, however you know it. I'm not that. I'm not that smart. I don't know that much. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know that much. Like that's one of the sports that I don't know that much about. But yeah. All right, this is unpacking, so we have to wait for it to unpack. Like, I'm just gonna go fill up my drink. Fucking hell.
What are you talking to me, Donny?
Yo, what's going on?
What are you talking about, Donny?
Try Hungry Jack's new bacon.
Talking about game, you fucking drug addict.
Right, I woke up today and I've done nothing. I've just been waiting. I've literally done nothing.
Mine's still unpacking at the moment.
That's alright.
Architecture and interior design.
Oh my god, it's saying it's estimated 3 hours to unpack.
Start now.
I mean, if you're unpacking on a hard drive,
yes.
that's probably why.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it to be a con. I'm being serious. Like I'm being serious.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be.
Should I move it? Can I move it while it's unpacking? I don't think I can I?
Nah, I don't think you can.
Oh no, I can.
I'll give it a few minutes.
Move install.
You can?
File. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you end up getting rid of your Skyrim, or are you keeping it?
Nah, I just kept it. I might. I don't know. I might get rid of it.
Okay.
Moving content for Mecha Break.
Facebook cheer. Fuck is Facebook cheer? Wait, what's the name of it?
I'll give it like a few minutes and then I'll relaunch the game again. So it says it's still in maintenance or something.
Really angry. I did see that incognito.
Which should be.
I did see that. Weird choice.
Put him in smoke. So I was looking at the settings really quickly.
Yeah.
And you can go between DX11 and 12, right? But for some reason, DX12 is limited to 40 series cards. So you need a 40 series card to play this game with DX12. I don't know why. It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think it's because of the frame gen stuff, and you need 16 gigabytes of VRAM to use D12, DX12.
Yeah, it does sound a bit stupid.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the Alabama convenience store burglar who dressed as Scooby-Doo? Has it been caught yet?
I wonder if anyone has said anything stupid in the reviews so far, even though the game's not out yet.
Probably. So.
Nah, not yet. I was just gonna put TDs.
Yeah,
I have the perfect review. I have the perfect review.
I like boobies. I can't move it while it's unpacking. It's just like has a little fucking mental breakdown.
I kept my review simple. Oh wait. There we go. Maybe it'll be funny, I don't know.
Guts and
I just said
I approved. Wait.
I don't wonder. I'm scared. I'm nervous to try flying characters. I reckon it'll be hard.
Probably.
Oh, you can check. They have like a combat record in the launcher. You can actually like see all your stats. Like they have stats and all that in here. Apparently, there's an extraction mode. I don't know if I'm willing to play that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give it a try though for the video. Oh shit. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask you. Now that you have better net, do you still limit your FPS or do you put it up now?
Nah, I still limit it.
Okay.
Because it's because of my stream. Because OBS you can't stream more than 60 FPS.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why. And because I'm multi-streaming too, so multi-streaming takes I'm pretty sure it like requires more net usage when you multi-stream.
Code name. They want me to enter a code name. Code name Yat. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, because what's it called? Fucking yeah, I'm pretty sure you use more than that. What's this? The Headliners, another one of these co-op horror games.
It's like content warning, but
Yeah.
But news reports. Yeah.
So many of these now.
Oh my god, that's a gyat if I've ever seen
Lords
one.
of the Fallen is
Holy,
a
they're giving it to me
dark
off rip already.
RPG that interweaves the realms of the living and the dead as players embark upon a perilous adventure.
Oh, you can actually make your own character. Huh. Oh my god, there's jiggle physics.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't understand why it's taking so long to fucking...
Wait. Can you customize... So they give you presets. Okay. And then... Okay, let me see. There's like factions or something, but I don't know how that works.
I know it's on a hard drive, but it should not take this long to unpack files. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, come on, bro. Fuck me. Ugh.
Getting ready. Character exclusive, huh?
You know what? I know what I can do while I wait for this. If I play Path of Exile, will it... Oh. Oh. My Steam almost crashed. Jesus Christ.
So you can view these, but you can't change it?
I told my boy gonna run like 10 blunts for me. I told my boy gonna run like 10 blunts for me. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing. I'm trying to get high till I can't feel nothing. Fue.
Oh man, I want to make my character look green like in Oblivion.
Mine's gonna look like a baddie. Is she a baddie though?
They give you they give you these options in here, but yeah, I can't actually change anything. So they have different. Ah, I see. Okay, gotcha. Sorry. This is just funny. Yeah, they don't let you change like the hairstyles. Wait. So you can change the actual settings, but you can't actually change the character, like the hairstyles.
Oh, that's shit.
So yeah, they give you presets, right? You can customize the actual faces, but in terms of like changing the overall look, including the hair, like I don't know how to do that unless you have to just make the character and then you do it in game or something. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. A year ago, I beat Radon. July 1st, I uninstalled the game. Last time I played. Yep. Ah, fucking Elden Ring. You brought me so much joy, but so much... Oh, what's the word? Fucking anguish at the same time.
Oh, so by the way, the Hassan moderator has been completely
Okay, so
exposed.
if I can, as long as I can change my character later, then it looks like you
who
can.
makes sexual comments
So,
about high schoolers.
could be alright.
They just searched his name. It seems like it's not that complicated. So yeah, he locked his account. This is some comments that he's made in general. Stop pretending what Elias Rodriguez was bad. Who's Elias Rodriguez? Man charged with first-degree murder? Wait, so this guy's literally advocating for killing random Jewish people. This guy has the entire Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, no, I figured it out. No, you can't change stuff. They just like, the way that they show it, right? It's like, there's like a tick when you have the one that you apply, but it's like not, it's not picking the one that I'm actually using.
47 years
It's very
old.
misleading.
How do you end up with a freak like this as your moderator?
Oh,
Is he
okay.
still a mod? I wonder if he's still a mod.
Still a Twitch mod and Discord admin for Hassan.
Most of
So I really
us
wanna,
will
like-
never muster up a fraction of the courage displayed.
I really wanna, like,
This is-
make a character.
Whoa, this person needs to be
So-
institutionalized. They're literally celebrating and promoting killing 2 random people. And keep in mind, all the people you farmed hate on don't even know that you exist, but you're the one who's crying and having to frantically delete all your porn accounts before people find out that you're a suspected pedophile.
I told my bug on run like 10 blunts for me. Who's this guy? Oh, the other channel. Oh, yes. He was streaming.
Yeah, they were playing Peak.
Hmm. Just a fucking dog, bro.
Binstar just debunked that about Charlie. It was 8
Oh
hours
man,
according
watching
to their agent.
GC and that play Peak was so funny.
That makes a lot more
I
sense.
started watching it, but then
'Cause
because
like
I started
was in
streaming,
there
I
for a
didn't
total
end
of
up
probably
like
about
finishing
12
it.
and
Yeah.
had like 200
Yeah,
lines.
so funny.
Charlie Cox had to have had close to 1,000. Like even if he did everything first take, I don't think you're getting through 1,000 lines in 4 hours.
Okay, fair.
8 sounds more believable though.
Right, it's like this game, it's estimated unpacking it. It's like it's fine and then it keeps dipping, then it goes fine and it dips, and it's fine and it dips. It's just being a pain in the ass.
No, I've never used that.
Cam,
balls.
remind me next time to install a game on
I'm
an
familiar
STD.
with it, but I've never
SSD.
used it.
STD.
Every single time we get a new game, Donnie.
Yeah, well, you know, buy me an SSD, bro.
Alright.
PC pay scale. Let's. How much is a one? Go.
Just get a Samsung one.
Maybe Anthony. That
Like
could
a
be
decent
fun one.
M.2.
I feel bad for voice
Should be
actors
alright.
after learning they only got paid for the day and no residuals. That's why I see so many at conventions.
The Samsung Evo ones are really good.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I
hard to
would
make
get.
like a living out of being a voice actor unless you're like a top tier like A-list voice actor.
I like Western Digitals.
Like it's not exactly like the most lucrative of careers.
That's good too.
Unless you're getting like 10 roles a month.
Why is it?
Oh, perfect.
Why is it only showing one? What the fuck is wrong with this? Score. Tech. This is my.
I think there should be a Battlefront 3. I'd love there to be one, but I don't think there will be one. I did some background VA work for like 6 years. Without a good agent, you don't get any good bits. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Trying to get high till I can't feel nothing.
Hey, congrats.
The contouring on her face
That's awesome.
is
Congrats,
not noticeable
Justin and
because
Haley.
she's so white. Like, I
Congrats
can't
on the
notice
upcoming
anything
baby.
at all. Thin.
You see the best sponsorship on YouTube, H2
Perfect.
Shin? The fuck is that? Is that like a meme or something? What did I just read?
much capacity do we want? Like 2 gigs at least.
I feel like I'm watching Gilly.
You know what? If hopefully when I get this job,
You actively seek out those type of gigs, or they just
come
come to you? They reach out to Matt.
So I got one next week. If that goes through, then this the one like thing that I can save up for is a fucking SSD with like decent memory.
I actually don't know who you're referring to, Nano. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, Cam, I get a 4 terabyte SSD.
That sounds good to me. Yep. That's like 4 Skyrim mod lists right there.
100%. I just can't find info on it other than people saying just do it.
The
luck, literally
Western
luck.
Digital Black
Unfortunately.
SN850X
There's a very real expression
4 terabytes
that applies to almost everything in life. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
That's not that bad.
When it comes to voice acting, almost every role goes through.
That's pretty good. They have another one that's a 4 terabyte. Where is it? This one, the SN8100, $909. Jesus Christ.
Man.
About with the terabyte with the SSD that big, would you need a heatsink for it?
Probably. It's not an M.2. We're talking like a massive, like a normal SSD, right?
Yeah.
Like a SATA one? You probably.
No, just a normal SSD.
M.2, you don't need anything. No.
Okay.
M.2s are really tiny. You just put them into you just insert them into the motherboard and that's it.
Yeah. Like some of them.
But if it was a SATA, it would be different.
No, I wouldn't get a SATA.
No. SATAs are like, they're old now anyways. You're better off just getting M.2.
My first PC build had a SATA. That's why I had a Samsung one as well. They're like a cheap alternative. Like the Samsung SATA here is like the 4 terabytes like $500. Then the other 400 terabytes are like, you got one here $780. What is like the best?
Oh my god, we can edit the gap. Oh, say less. Oh my god. I've never seen such perfection in my life.
Best SSDs. The best M.2 is apparently the Samsung 990 Pro, with the best alternative being the one I was looking at, the WD Black SNX 850X.
Yeah.
The 990 Pro it's cheaper. It's $570. Meanwhile, the 850X is a bit more.
Alright, do I go Thunder Thighs or do I let it vibe? What do you think?
Well, I know I'm going Thunder Thighs, bro. I'm packing that shit, man. I'm putting that shit up. Yeah, like this. There's this one here. Has a fucking. It's a 5.0 SSD 4 terabyte with a heatsink. Why does this come with a heatsink?
Ugh, what is that? That looks ugly.
Do they have anything that's like 8 terabyte? Jesus, they do. Fucking hell, Cam. Fuck. 8, you wanna, there's a Corsair 8 terabyte fucking SSD, $1,500, bro. Jesus Christ.
Jesus
Fuck.
Christ.
What would you need an 8 terabyte SSD even for? I don't even know what you would need that for.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, porn collection, maybe? Also, there's this one fucking... On ScorpTech, there's this one company, Synology. They're selling a 7 terabyte SATA SSD. Who sells 7 terabytes? Come on, bro. What the fuck is this? 7.68 terabytes. Alright, what's going on here? Why are we selling 7.68 terabytes? What is wrong with you? This company also said the same company sells it's Kingston. They sell a 1.92. What the fuck?
No idea. Oh my god, the fact that they let you do that, yeah, nah, everyone's gonna get horny in this game.
I already am.
Yeah, I'm just making my as big as possible. I'm making my entire character as big as possible. It just makes sense.
Scorptech has a special on their fucking 990 Pros, $520. And if you want a heat sink for some reason, it comes with it's $540.
Hmm.
Do I sink on my S on my generally no, you don't need a heat sink. Like, why would you need one? That's the thing. Is it for shit like? It's apparently it's if you're like I think it's if you have a shit motherboard or a shit airflow through your case. I think that's why. Oh, and it's for like a when installing a M.2 SSD in a PlayStation 5, a heatsink is recommended. So it's more for okay. That makes sense. My PC wouldn't need it. My PC has it's a decent motherboard along with the airflow case thing. What game? You know? Oh yeah, Cam. You know what game I think I should finish next? RE4, because I never finished it. I think that's my next game. Now I completed Silent Hill 2 last night. I gotta finish RE4, and then I might go through. I might play RE2 as well.
Yeah.
Get that over and done with. Yeah. I'll play RE7, but maybe play something else before then. Let's see. You know what, Cam? I think I should go through the Deus Ex series as well. That might be my next thing.
That's what I love to hear, mate.
Is there any of them that I should skip, or I should just play through all of them?
Don't play the Fall. Skip that one. Every other game is fine. Invisible War, I would argue a skip, but I think Invisible War is good in some ways. It's just don't expect it to be a masterpiece.
The Fall.
You also need to download a mod to make that work. You need to download the Visible Upgrade mod for Deus Ex Invisible War. And then for the original Deus Ex, you need to download a community patch. If you look it up in the PC, you go into PC Gaming Wiki, type Deus Ex, it should pop up there.
Yeah, I remember this.
Pretty sure it's there.
I remember this Fall. It apparently was like just fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's a mobile game. It's a mobile game. That's why. They ported it over to PC. Oh my god, I need to send this in group chat. Hold on.
So it goes Deus Ex, the original, Invisible War, Human Revolution, and then Mankind Divided. Should I play the director's cut or just the original one?
I strongly recommend the original, but the director's cut is good too. I bought the original from G2A. That's how I got my copy.
I have the original. I have 13,
oh yeah, true.
I have 13 hours on the game.
Yeah, and you just buy if you want to play the DLC, just buy it from G2A because the DLC is separate. Because in director's cut, you're forced to play the DLC as part of the game because it combines the content together. But in the original, you don't need to. And in director's cut, when you get to that point, you lose all of your stuff, so you have to like earn all of your shit again. They make up for it if you go through the effort to unlock everything, but it's just something to know. Okay. So it's a hassle. So.
And yeah, you said the original. Yeah, I need to a mod. Yeah. Hello?
No, I was recording a video. Oh. What? Sorry.
I said for the original, I need to download a mod.
Yeah, it's like a community patch, just like a quick patch to get the game working. So if you go into, if you go into PC Gaming Wiki, and then type up Deus Ex, First one that comes up, and then there's a thing called the community update. Just download that patch. I think that's what you need.
Okay.
Yeah.
The year is 2052. Is this what the world's gonna be like in 2052?
It's either that one or there's another. I'll look it up quickly. Unofficial patch. I gotta look for it. That's what I downloaded when I played it.
Remember, this game is from 2000. I mean, yeah, you can tell.
There's another thing you can get too potentially, but it's called GMDX. But I feel like that's more vanilla plus, and I recommend you play the game vanilla first.
Yeah.
Before you do that. Yeah, I don't remember what the patch is called. I'm trying to look for it myself now.
Damn, Cam, that fucking, oh my lord,
mate.
I think I might.
She's ready for combat, man.
I think I might start jerking off.
Or fire.
Oh, this game, just hurry up and fucking unpack, please, Lord. It's gonna be quicker for me to move the files from my fucking hard drive to my SSD. That takes 2 seconds. But it's gonna take a fucking so long just to unpack these goddamn files. Fuck.
I found it. I'll send it on. I'll send it in Discord. I found it. If you do play it, it's this one. It's just like a replacement executable, and it just fixes some issues and allows modern resolutions. That's all I downloaded. And yeah, I played it like that. I like how it's called Deus Exe. It's funny.
No, well, fucking. While I'm waiting for this to unpack, I'm watching a video about Silent Hill 2's story because I don't fucking understand it that much. Here we go, video. This is what I was starting to watch last night.
Until during this time, they established a prison and a hospital. But oh boy,
yeah,
I gotta change your voice.
Yeah, the story for Silent Hill 2 Cam, I'm still like, no.
Silent Hill isn't
like, I know that he killed his wife and shit. Yo, Smack, what's up, man? How are we? Long time, brother.
Unlucky
How are the
place
kids?
to be. Because a second
Cam, how you doing?
What the hell?
Epidemic started to surge through the town. They survived this though, and businesses like the Gillespie Coal and Iron Company established the Devil's Pit
Cam,
mine.
have you watched all the other endings for Silent Hill 2?
Yeah.
How whack is the dog ending and then the UFO ending?
Yeah.
There's
funny. They're just funny.
And in the 1850s, the Wilts.
The fact that
all the
dog
characters
is controlling everything.
All the characters that you fight in Silent Hill 2, they're all James's like different. I don't know how to explain it.
It's like an imagination.
They're like manifestations. Like the nurse, for example, is basically James's horniness. The best way to put it.
Really?
Because it's like whenever he sees a nurse, it's like, you know, when you think of nurse, you think of like cosplays or like cosplay sex or whatever, right?
Sexy nurse.
Yeah, and that's meant to be like his fetish. That's like his fetish.
Okay.
That's what the nurses refer to as his fetish.
What's the ones that spit?
Oh, I don't remember that one. I'm trying to think of it now that you've brought it up.
Cool. The ones with the four legs or whatever. Like, but those are
the mannequins. The mannequins. I like those mannequins.
Right, when you're in the prison, they're crawling along the walls and shit. That's so annoying.
Which caused the town to be booming in its economy. There's other events that happen, but they're not important to any of the locations you go to in Silent Hill 2. So let's stay laser focused.
I don't remember so much about the other ones actually.
Is everyone in the game an imagination as well? Like Angela, Eddie.
Angela's. They're. I don't think so. The Laura is not imagination. She's actually real.
Okay. Unformed.
So I don't think Eddie and Angela are either. I'm pretty sure they're also real.
To house prisoners of.
And Maria's fake though?
Maria is fake. She's like the alter ego, if you will, of Mary.
Yeah.
Of Mary.
Mary.
Yeah.
And what about Laura, the little girl?
Yeah, Laura is like. I don't really know what relation she has other than just being close with Mary, since they grew up in like that same home or wherever she was.
Yeah.
Because like in the Leave ending, she basically tells you to adopt Laura, and that's what happens. James adopts Laura. They walk away from Silent Hill, and the game finishes. And
Though
that's
with
it.
the conclusion of the battle, it turned.
I don't know
into...
how
like the quote-unquote good
I don't know
ending.
how you get the endings. Like I don't know what what events you do in order for you to get the endings. Like I don't know how I got the water ending.
For Eve ending, you have to fight for your life, essentially. Get into combat, heal yourself as much as possible. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Because every encounter, I literally fought every person I saw.
Okay.
Whenever I played.
Did end up ever getting that acting job? Which one? I've gotten a few over time. I had to do something on Monday. I was there on Monday. Yeah. How did I get the water ending then?
I can't remember.
Because I just whenever sometimes I just see some people and I was like, nah, fuck this
Seems
shit.
well and good, aside from
past.
what just happened with the Civil War, until people started to go missing again in the quaint little town of Silent Hill in 1890. In the early 1900s, or 20th century, the Toluca prison closed down for unknown reasons, and the Silent Hill Historical Society took its place, which was kind of like a museum. With a non-functional prison and the mines running dry and consequently closing, the town changed to more of a tourist site to gain revenue. Not long after, in 1911, a local legend started to spread.
Holy crap,
Miners
Tom changed
discovered
his profile. All I see is
symbols
rust
within the
items.
mines,
Dude, these items are sick.
with speculation forming that it was witchcraft or from the occult. After this, the
He literally
Gillespie Coal and Iron
divided
Company
them into
suspended
sets, so you can see
any more
every
mining in
set
the
that he
cave
has
due to reports
on the
of
showcase. That is
mysterious
cool.
creatures being seen in it. These were likely the early forms of the entities we see in the Silent Hill games. Jumping to the latter half of the 20th century.
So what is Pyramid Head to James?
He's like, I don't know how to explain. I'm not really good at explaining.
A girl named Alessa Gillespie
stuff.
was born, and she had a strong
he's meant to be like a
connection to the
torment. He torments James.
paranormal.
From what I remember, he's a manifestation of him, and he torments him. And it's something to do with like punishment. Because he always appears whenever you're about to do something that involves Mary, and he just comes up there out of nowhere to stop you from doing it.
No offense, but you look like you make moonshine in the mountains. Thanks, bro. Alright. No.
Yeah, I can't really remember. I just remember him being like a torment and just in the way.
Because then there's like, remember at the end when you fight the two Pyramid Heads and he's like, I don't need you two anymore, then they kill themselves?
We're not going to cover her entire story because for Silent Hill 2, it's kind of irrelevant due to the game being mostly an isolated storyline. But we can cover her later if Konami ever does decide to do a Silent Hill 1 remake. Getting back to it, it was around this time that Silent Hill started.
I'm surprised they never did a Silent Hill 1 remake.
They're doing it.
Oh,
The
they
same
are?
team's working on it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I sent it a while back, I'm pretty
yeah,
sure.
fuck, you
In
did
group
do-
chat.
Yes.
Curse
Yeah, Blue Team's
attracting
working on
sinful
it,
people
so-
towards it. Sinful people
Okay,
like
actually,
a certain
play the
main
game.
character
I'll
that
just-
you play
I'm
as
trying to
in
look.
this here remake. So
Alright.
without further ado, let's talk about James.
Jesus Christ.
It's around the 1980s. This is James Sunderland, a regular everyday Joe office
Oh,
worker,
that's it.
depression included. Oh,
That's
and
like a
he's the
femme fatale
protagonist of
voice.
Silent Hill
Oh,
2.
that's
The game
nice.
begins with James as he's washing his hands in an old rundown rest stop. Leaving the small building, his car can be seen parked right on
Okay,
the
that's-
outskirts of
come
the
on,
eerie
man.
town itself, overlooking the Toluca Lake. James is searching for his wife, Mary, who at this point in time, he believes to have been dead for 3 years from an illness. I say he believes because not all is as it seems. James is in a delusional state of mind, which over the course of the game and his journey into Silent Hill, he'll come to interpret in one of a couple
Play the
different ways,
prologue and learn
depending ultimately on
controls.
how
Yes,
you finish
please.
the game and which ending you get. But let's not
Okay,
get
maybe
ahead
I
of
should get
ourselves.
my
James
lunch.
needs
Let
to
me go
find
get
Mary,
food. I'll be
and
back.
while he believes she's been dead for 3 years, Silent Hill is calling to him and his desperation to reunite with her, believing this town could do just that, either in life or in death. From the get-go, you don't know much about James other than through the subtext of the letter that Mary's voice can be heard reading in the beginning of the game, explaining how her and James felt sentimental about Silent Hill being a place they had visited during their best days, before she had gotten so sick. He had promised he'd take her back one day, but never did. And strangely, she says in the letter that now she's in Silent Hill, alone, waiting. This is at least James's perception of the letter, and so, with some hesitation, he ultimately begins his hike down into the eerie, quiet woods, following a trail that splits off from the main road. As James walks down that trail, you start to feel the unsettling weight of your decision.
Holy f*** is that?
Okay, that was not water.
As you should well know by now, you're not approaching a normal town, and before you know it, the further you walk towards the inevitable, the more fog really starts to surround you. Fog is coming, the fog is coming. The fog is coming.
Hello, I am Mr. Beast. The fog is coming.
Eventually, you reach a strange well with what looks like a red square, or perhaps a letter lying inside it. This acts as your save point, and while its lore significance is not clear, it's almost as if it is symbolic of the letter being the thing that allows James to push on, to remind him of what...
The red things are your save points. Someone said here, the save points aren't letters, they are mirrors, which James is being forced to look at himself. It's rather evident by the fact that for the entire game, when we attempt to save, James looks directly into the mirror. But every save point after videotape is found and he remembers what he actually did, his does not look directly into the mirror anymore because he can't face himself.
But he's really here.
That's what someone commented about it. I don't know if
Reaching
that's
a
true, but
cemetery,
that does
a
sound
lovely
interesting.
place to be in a horror setting. The irony is that this is actually one of the most peaceful places you'll ever be in this game. It's here that you meet one of the few fellow reoccurring travelers to the town, Angela.
Excuse me.
She's a little anxious after you gave her a Freddy Fazbear jump scare, but ultimately she has a short conversation with James and explains that it's probably best to avoid the town altogether due to something being not quite right. And when James says he's looking for someone, Angela says that she is too. She's looking for her mom, with the connection established of having...
Would I rather explode or combust? Explode, because if I'm gonna go out, I want like my guts to be just fucking like everywhere. You know
Yeah, I
what
heard what you said when I was in the kitchen. Yeah, it makes sense that he looks at himself because, like, up until that point, he's been dealing with that guilt of like he can't admit to himself that he killed his own wife.
Split off on their own
Up until that point where he goes, where he watches the tape and then he sees it, it's like, oh, I did that. But he's been in denial. That's what I was going to say. He's been in denial the entire way through. Did you notice how his face changes the more you play? So it starts off very clear and he gets more pale. I'll send you a short quickly. Yeah, I noticed it like immediately. And he gets more pale as if he's getting like really tired from everything.
Also, fun fact, there's a chainsaw you can find this early in the game along the path when you're in New Game Plus mode.
Let me find it.
Wait, I found a fucking chainsaw. Reaching a locked door, you're forced to look around for a way to open it, and while scavenging, you find a key to do.
I loved the puzzles in this game as well, by the way.
Just that. The further
I didn't think that
they were good.
They were too difficult, but they were still like it made you think.
You move forward, the further
send it
you
in.
approach
It's in
the point
Discord.
of no return. Though, if we're being honest, that ship sailed the moment you entered the forest. You eventually find a map of the east side of Southvale, helping discern your bearings.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Fuck. Yeah, my least favorite one was that jukebox. I hated that puzzle. That was hard. Hated that jukebox puzzle. That was the only one I didn't like. It's just very irritating.
Is that the start of the game?
Yeah.
Example, how he visually changes as you progress. I'm not
found that
talking
very hard.
scenes or anything dramatic.
It's the one where you gotta find the coin.
I mean, he's...
You have to go through the effort to look around and find a coin. And then you put,
yeah.
and then after you gotta repair it.
The
And,
deeper you
and
get
get the
into
vinyl
game, the more
record, and
tired,
the button.
messy, and disheveled he starts to
Yeah,
look.
that was
You don't
very
really
annoying. I
notice it
hated
moment
that.
to moment, but if you pause and compare the early game, with
The other one
side
that
by
I really
side,
liked
the
was
difference-
It was the one with the moths. I liked that one. That got me to think.
Oh yes.
That's a personal favorite.
Yeah, that
personal favorite.
Did I try Doom: The Dark Ages? No, I played Doom and Doom Eternal. Like I finished them back to back, so I'm taking a break from Doom at the moment. But I'll eventually go back and play Doom: The Dark Ages. Don't worry, it's on my list of games I need to play.
It's shocking.
Like, he doesn't even. It's not even just that he looks pale as well, Cam. You can see like he's got like the eye bags as well of when you get tired, like the purple under
You
the
can
eye
literally
as
see
well.
what Silent
Yeah, that's
Hill
what I'm saying.
is
Like,
doing.
it's if he's really
Now zoom in on his
tired.
hand.
They never had that
There's
in
a
the
subtle
original,
but
'cause we didn't
heartbreaking
have the tech
detail
for
there
that.
too. Look closely and we'll see a faint mark where he used to wear his
Yeah,
wedding
just attention to
ring.
detail.
Take James for
Another cool thing too.
example.
Very start of the game, you can see that there's like a body in the car. A lot of people
really?
theorize that it's actually Mary in the car.
He's a little bit.
Yeah.
Possible.
Never-ending fog. And speaking
And then, like
of
the
which,
trunk is
you're
like
certainly not alone.
yeah, there's like a
Oh.
body as if it's opened, like the trunk or the back of the car, something like that.
I like his
About a body
eyebrows.
being
Like, the fuck did I just see?
Wait, you got a nice
They didn't
ass.
have that in
Wait,
the
hold
original
on.
either.
Wait, come
Right.
Eventually, you're confronted with the creature, and I want you to pay attention to its appearance because the creatures in Silent Hill are a manifestation of the traumas, the regrets, and the
There we go. So yeah, this guy's explaining the manifestations
sins of those that it torments.
Oh, is she dead now?
You.
Okay, she's dead now. Or it, or whatever.
You continue to make your way through.
I like that you can do that. Like after the enemies are dead, you can just keep stomping on them and beating the shit out of them. It's kind of fun.
The town, finding clues and key items, all the while with James having a rather delusional.
Cam, when I first started playing the game, I was like thinking about trying to get the achievement where you don't kill enemies, like you only kill enemies with melee. But then I started playing, I was like, nah, fuck this shit.
Responsible reaction to it all. He doesn't seem to be as afraid as you'd almost expect, but this kind of isn't surprising considering he's probably been through a lot in his life, and the town has likely been having an effect on his mind ever since he arrived. All that matters to him is finding Mary, and he will crush as many of these monsters as he must under his boot or by the force of his nailed plank if it means
oh my god, my
reaching
sensitivity is...
Along the way, you find a
oh my god, it's off the charts.
totally inconspicuous hole in the wall, and
this is bad.
any reasonable person would do in this situation, promptly f***ing around and finding out. I'm gonna put my hand in the hole. Oh, I'm gonna fist it. Number two. This whole James putting his fists in weird places is gonna be a recurring theme, along with other reckless activities such as jumping into bottomless holes, but that's for later. Eventually, James triggers a whole lot of creepy thigh monsters and makes a mad dash for an apartment complex, locking himself inside. Exploring the rundown building, and eventually find a flashlight.
Okay. Interesting.
You know, I
is that view
when
distance?
I
Can I change the view distance?
Then you meet this little gremlin girl named Laura.
Bro, I have to admit, man, like I know Mary, like I fucking hated Laura through the game. She's such a bitch. She's such an asshole. The first time you meet her, she stomps on your hand, kicks that key away.
Wait.
Fuck, bro.
And not long after, you
Angela died, Eddie died, but Laura lived.
come face to face, albeit on either ends of a wall of bars, with this entity known as Pyramid Head. The symbolism of the creature is integral to James's character, and all you really need to know is that it originated in Silent Hill 2 and doesn't really belong in other Silent Hill games because fundamentally it is a creature unique to James's subjective experience.
Holy crap, this game runs smooth.
After making your way through most of the apartment complex, you find a body in a fridge and what sounds like someone having a really bad hangover nearby.
That's so clean.
Hey,
right.
Who's there? It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
What the fuck? This is Eddie, and he's not having a good time. Just like James and Angela, he seems to be another victim that was drawn to the town for one reason or another, attached to some kind of traumatic guilt. While Angela's will be revealed in time, Eddie's seems to immediately have something to do with being accused of a horrible crime, rather than the crime itself. But we'll get more into Eddie's story later on. Eventually, after solving a puzzle, you get to room 201, which, unbeknownst to James at this point, marks his descent into the... Room 201 is almost as silent as the hill.
Ah!
What the f?
This is how it affects whenever I turn, right?
So in the game, is like Pyramid Head the one that like kind of creates these other entities? That's what it kind of like I got too.
Oh. Jesus.
Yeah.
I got a gun. It goes pow.
Bro, yeah, the first like time that when Pyramid Head's staring at James through the cupboard, James just shoots him in the fucking head a couple times, and Pyramid Head's just like standing there like, yeah.
Pyramid Head leaves, and you head on through this rather strange red door that transports you to the other world. The upside down of the upside down. Allow me to elaborate on what that is. See, Silent Hill, the town, is simply a fictional town set in the state of Maine.
So, Cam, when I was playing this game, I was playing along with my friend. I made her sit there and watch me play because I'm a pussy.
Okay.
And then this bitch, she's just like, this looks like Stranger Things. I was like, yeah.
I would have just ended the call. Yeah, nah, get away. See ya. Yeah, I didn't need you for
well, what do
anymore.
you think? I was like, well, yeah, this probably inspired Stranger Things.
Yeah,
it is, of
I don't
course,
need people
affected by
covering
some
more
kind of
film.
curse, and the first layer of that curse is known as the fog world. It's basically a direct parallel to the actual real world, and immerses people into it probably without them realizing, both because the layout of the geography and everything is basically identical, kind of like the Upside Down in Stranger Things, but also because it seems to be like a
90%
dreamlike dimension that deludes the mind.
I've noticed when I don't look at the unpacking, it goes quicker.
Similar to how
You
Silent
don't look at it, better.
Hill draws people into it in the first place. We've basically been in the fog world since we arrived
But-
in town, but that's where the other world comes in, going even deeper than this first
So
layer.
is the other
a
world actually real, or is it just like another manifestation?
second layer of sorts, the other world. This
My
dimension
interpretation
is
of
still
it,
somewhat
it's a
similar to the layout of the
manifestation.
real and fog world, but
then
with
how are the
noticeable
others there as well
distortions,
with
rusted, decrepit walls, and endless
Yeah.
night
But you have
sky,
to also
and
consider
the worst
Silent Hill is just
monsters
a
you could imagine. These are the
crazy
things
town
that
of its own.
characterize the other world.
It's
and
all being
James,
manipulated
having
by
just
the
walked
fog.
over that.
That's where the other world comes from.
Okay, yeah. And there's like, he mentioned at the start of the video, it's got to do something with a little girl, but that's more with Silent Hill 1. Like, Silent Hill 1 explains how the town is cursed, and then Silent Hill 2 just, like, brings another, like, separate story in with it.
That
But it doesn't
gap-
really
Yep.
explain of, like, where it comes from, because that's for Silent Hill 1.
The first other world is basically a similar layout to the actual apartment complex that you just played through, but with an entirely different overarching puzzle. It's in this other world.
I always like dream world stuff. Like, that's why I like Alice in Wonderland's like one of my favorite fictions, because I like the whole like alternative world, dream world kind of shit.
Well, that you run into Angela once again, and it starts to become a
Can
little clearer
I-
what kind of trauma she's dealing with.
Look, I'm
Can I
not
toggle
sure
sprint?
what you're planning, but there's always another way.
The whole game, Angela's just suicidal.
Really?
Pretty
What's
much.
the point? It's easier just to run. Maybe
Indicator.
it's all we deserve.
Toggle. Yeah.
We.
Me. You. We're all the same.
I'm not like you.
I need to take a piss. Back in a second.
Maybe I'll just stick to shift. It's gonna be using it to sprint too. I wish they could make those separate binds, but that's fine. All right. So everything is lock on. Oh, it makes sense, as it should be. Be crazy if you had to aim for everything.
Are you afraid? Sorry.
It's okay.
Did you find the person that you were looking for?
And also, like, what I noticed as well is that, like, when the letter is, like, read out at the start of the game, but it's obviously not the full letter, then at the end, you understand, like, when the full letter is read, like, what it actually means. So he's basically just, it's like you said that he doesn't want to come to terms with his guilt. He doesn't want to come to terms with the fact that she is dead. So he's interpreting the letter as like a different, you know, thing.
It's a way of hoping.
Yeah.
Oh, flip!
Her name's Mary.
Oh my god, this is thick.
She's my wife.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I don't know why I think she's here. She died 3 years ago.
I could probably make my sensitivity higher because everything is lock on.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not crazy.
I'll up my sensitivity.
I don't think so.
James, I don't think I'm crazy. Sure, buddy.
We have to find my mama.
Should I go
This
with you?
intro, this tutorial that they're putting me through.
Now I know what you meant back there in the cemetery.
No, it's okay. Besides, I'd just slow you down.
What about that?
Oh, it sucks. Angela gives you this fucking knife, but you don't use it.
Me?
Sure.
That can affect your ending if you inspect the knife.
Oh, really?
Give you a worse ending. Yep.
If I kept it, I'm not sure what I might do. No! I'm sorry! I've been bad! Please don't!
Her father and brother.
Oh, yep. Healing.
Angela's clearly struggling with probably a lot of conditions caused or made worse by abuse by her father and brother in her past. She likely sought comfort in her mother during those horrible times, which is why she's trying to find her mama now. Angela gives you a knife as a kind of compulsive behavior in response to the idea she might hurt herself with it. This Otherworld section culminates in a true one-on-one encounter with Pyramid Head, but ultimately you ward him off and he just kind of leaves. Sometimes that's how it is to fight with your inner demons. They're there one moment and then other important matters come up and they just leave. But like most of the things that plague our minds, like intrusive thoughts, Pyramid Head will be back to prey on James for the next time that he's most vulnerable. After escaping the Otherworld and once again embracing the fog, James runs into the little girl. But this time, Laura actually talks to him for a minute. And before running off, she bursts out at James saying that he didn't love Mary anyways. This marks the point where Laura effectively becomes James's means to finding Mary, because as far as he's found so far, Laura's the only other one in the town that even knows who Mary was. Confused and concerned, he searches for Laura, stumbling through Rosewater Park before coming upon a lakeside gazebo with a woman standing against the railing. With pink highlights and a cute butterfly tattoo in clear view, Maria is a parallel to Mary. She's a delusion created by the town's curse, James' fragile mind, or both. Acting as a kind of what-if version of Mary, one that's more spicy, exciting, or dominant than his late wife, Maria is likely the embodiment of an ever-pressing intrusive thought of what he wishes his wife could have been, instead of the sick woman that she became. Maria stands to further torment him, although he doesn't seem fully cognizant of the fact that she's not real. Nonetheless, James takes her with him as his hallucinated companion, and they travel through more of the town in the fog world for a time, with the odd sarcastic interactions.
Whoa. Hey, why'd you do that?
You f***ing thing, bitch.
It's making me want to play Encore, man.
Yeah, good. You've been startling me all f***ing afternoon.
You trying to blind me, James?
And I like Armored Core.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. Shit.
Can you let me in?
After Maria takes you to a strip club, James really is not having any of her shit, and they move on to a movie theater. She stays outside while you head on in, overhearing Eddie and Laura having an adorable conversation. A vulnerable, bullied, and insecure guy having a heart-to-heart with an innocent, guilt-free little girl. A strange contrast, but one almost to be expected in a place like this. Ultimately, Laura runs off, and James talks to Eddie.
Yep. Oh, that was so anticlimactic. Ugh. Can I disable shields of this thing? No, I can't.
Should riot
Fine.
outside of EA Studios until they drop Titanfall 3 and Battlefront 3? True,
Bring
bro.
him in an even worse state than you last saw him.
We met back at the apartment building. Yeah.
Hi.
I remember.
Hi. What the? He's lapping up what seems to be melted strawberry ice cream. And it takes one look at this dude to realize he's cooked. I think he's lost it. It really doesn't get any better for him from
Holy
here
crap,
on.
this guy's a
Heading
literal
out of the theater,
tank.
You and your hallucinated stripper friend run after Laura, arriving at a totally not creepy hospital. Oh, this must be where the nurses are. After heading inside, yep, definitely expected this. Why are their faces blurred out? It's so creepy.
Tell me you can fight this thing
Solve more
in the
puzzles
actual
while
game.
it takes a nap.
Oh! Oh! Hi, Pyramid Head.
God, he's so fucking hot. I want him to throw me like that. You find Laura, then she locks you in a scary room with this fucking thing.
Oh.
And you wind up in a cursed otherworld version of the hospital. Maria tracks you down, gets angry since she probably thinks you've left her to
Allergic
go
to
find
money
edibles.
unless it's pointless cosmetics.
Oh.
Yeah, because they make so much money on other shit, they just minimal effort. That's what they do.
Maria, I thought. Sorry. Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? I was almost killed back there. I have never been so scared in my whole life. All you care about is that dead wife of yours. You couldn't care less about me, could you?
And then Pyramid Head returns. Maria, run.
Come on, hurry!
Oh my god, is she dead? Let's go! Once you make it out of the hospital, oh no, you're not quite out of the thick of it yet because, hey, this is what the other world looks like when you're not in a building. Yeah, this might be the closest fictional representation of what my childhood nightmares look like because goddamn is this horrifying. Nurse after nurse, finger dancer after finger dancer, creeper after creeper. Aw man, you finally escape the other world and end up in the fog world once again, but it's a bit dark. And oh hey, Angela.
This place is different from what I remember. I guess things never really stay the same, do they?
I guess not.
Think she's here anymore, James?
Who?
My mama?
Oh, let's go! We have game. I repeat, we have game. Alright, let's just move it real quick.
Yeah, there.
This doesn't take long to move things into move installed files. Moving content.
You didn't happen to see a little girl around here, did you?
A little girl?
Angela? Are you all right? Angela, it's okay.
No, don't touch me!
So with Angela clearly traumatized out of her f***ing mind, all you can do is push forward, and you don't have to go very far because a couple feet in front of where the cutscene ended lays a box containing a key and a message addressing you, James, directly, rather creepily. It says that the key is for the old Historical Society building, and that whoever the writer is, praise the Lord, will have mercy on your soul. Great. Without much else to do, you make a beeline right for the Historical Society building, a small little museum of sorts for the quaint town, giving much in the way of lore dumps. If you recall from earlier in the video, the Historical Society had taken the place of the Toluca prison, and you'll find out soon why that connection is rather important. At the back of the building, you find a rather strange staircase, one that goes on for a very long time. What the f? Just keeps going. Oh my god. It never ends. Dude. How f***ing deep? Reaching the bottom of the stairs, James finds himself entering a prison. What the f? I feel like the KK. How is it buried this deep underground? I think it's safe to say this staircase marks your entrance into the other world once again.
I can't fucking move them. Oh well. Well. So we're just gonna have to play on the fucking hard drives, aren't we?
What happened?
I said it's. I think it's because I'm streaming. It's been a pain in the ass to move the files, so I just have to play it on my SSD. We should be fine. Should be alright. But also, he was in the prison and he was looking at a it was a picture. Like when you first go into the prison, there's pictures. An error occurred while launching this game. Busy. But you fuck. Because I tried to move it, huh? Now it's not launching. Now it's reserving space. Oh, that's cool. Great. Now it's downloading files again. It's downloading the game. Oh, cool. Great. Oh, I think I just go
Fight a couple monsters before finding the first square hole that you have no other option but to jump down into.
I'm in the fucking
1 hour.
Minecraft.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's here that you have another encounter with Eddie, who, well, I'll just let the cutscene speak for itself.
You should drop a video on how Ironheart dissed Iron Man. Nah, yeah, I would, but there's so many videos about it.
Ain't
So.
no big deal. Just put the gun to their head and
Eddie?
oh, hi, James.
I wonder if there's like a method like Ronin in Titanfall. I want to play that.
I don't
Where
know.
I can phase.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to play this game, Cam. It's now downloading the game again.
Okay. So he attacked you.
45 minutes.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Yeah, that's right. He made me do it.
Okay, calm down, Eddie. Any idea why he would do that?
Jesus.
I don't know. He came out of nowhere. Tried sneaking up on me in the dark. I heard footsteps, so I turned back and he was right there.
And you could tell that he wanted to hurt you.
Well, yeah, I mean, the way he looked at me, I just had to do it.
He looked at you? I thought you said he came at you.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it in his eyes.
After doing that?
He kept looking at me, making fun of me. And I told him not to, but he didn't listen.
Eddie, you can't just kill someone because of the way they looked at you.
He looked at me funny, officer. Officer, he looked at me funny.
You should see your face, James. I was just joking. The guy was dead when I got here. I got you, didn't I? Well, anyway, I better get going.
Wait. You're gonna go out there alone?
Yeah.
Eddie is beyond saving. But that's not important right now, because you're in a prison and you've got some shanking and puzzle solving to do. Playing with some lovely little weights on this balancing tool thing. I don't know what it's called, okay. You eventually make a gallows appear, which you then must pull down a noose at for whichever character is justified in what they did, out of 6 cases. You make your choice, and... Ow. Anyway, you begin your next ascent into the endless series of f***ing holes, and wow, if this isn't the most uncanny ambience I've ever heard. You find Angela after journeying further.
Sounds in this game are some of the scariest shit ever.
Into the maze of
whoever's the sound designer for Silent Hill 2.
An otherworldly dimension, leading you to meeting probably the most disturbingly visceral enemy you could possibly imagine for a victim of SA. This thing.
Alright, last thing was fucking crazy.
Fighting through corridors,
called
fun corridors, transitioning from walls of shredded wallpaper to stretched meat. You finally kill the damn thing in one last confrontation, and Angela throws a TV at him.
Calm down.
Don't order me around!
I'm not. It's okay. It's over.
Don't even try.
Try what?
Like you don't know. I see what you're doing. It's always the same with you. You're only after one thing.
Angela, please.
You don't have to lie. Go ahead. Say it. Or you could just force me. Like he always did. You disgusting pig.
Both James and Angela have some back and forth, each dealing with their own denial and conflict, before she runs off and it's time for you to make your way to the labyrinth. You run into Maria, who's alive again. Yay. She's being sussy, and James is generally pretty confused about the whole thing.
I'll find some way to...
What the fuck? But moving on, you play through the worst part of the game, these series of horrible, unending mazes. Oh, stop f***ing me with your tentacle! Until eventually finding Maria dead. Afterwards, you actually find the Pyramid Head sword. Yo, I've become Pyramid Head. And are able to use it to part this wall of arms to eventually reach what appears to be 3 open graves. One for Angela, one for Eddie, and one for you. Without hesitation, well, you know the drill. Walking down a hallway that starts to get really bloody, you have one final encounter with your boy Eddie. Unfortunately, there really is no saving him.
How many times do I have to kill you?
Eddie? Whoa, Eddie, it's me.
Oh. Hi, James.
Eddie, what are you doing?
Is the pyramid his head or a helmet?
Well, what's it look like I'm
it's a
doing?
helmet.
You fat, disgusting piece of shit, you make me sick. You gonna cry, fat ass? You gonna run to your mama?
None of the enemies have a face.
Waste of skin, why don't you just kill yourself?
There's probably a reason why they don't have a face. Like their faces are covered in one way or another.
Well, maybe he was right. Maybe I am nothing but a fat, disgusting piece of shit. But you know what? It doesn't matter if you're smart, dumb, ugly, pretty. It's all the same once you're dead.
That's true. Calling him
and
fat is wild.
Can't.
I mean, he is fat. He is.
What's that?
Look at him.
You want to
got that
talk
double
down to
chin
me
going.
some more? Tell me to relax? You're just like the rest of them, James.
No, I don't want...
Shut up! You think I'm stupid. You think I don't see it. But you've been laughing at me all along. Ever since we first met. But you ain't laughing now, are you?
Fat dude called the skinny dude fat? No, he said that's what people were calling him.
Don't get all
he was
holy on me.
he was just repeating what people call him.
James.
That's what
this town called you too. Yeah. You and me, we're the same. We're not like other people, don't you know that? Well, you're about to find out.
Eddie had a difficult childhood growing up. He was ridiculed for his weight, made fun of constantly, and even after graduating high school, he was further bullied, leading to him shooting and killing a man's dog while wounding the man himself with a shot to the knee. After being on the run from the crime, Eddie was pulled to Silent Hill, and that's ultimately how he wound up there. As the ultimate manifestation of his painful past and regrets, Eddie goes full paranoia mode, accusing James of making fun of him behind his back. When he threatens to shoot you, you whack the gun out of his hand, and he kind of runs off into this full-on meat freezer room with hanging corpses to boot. This is where you're forced to fight and kill Eddie.
Yeah,
this fight was kind of...
Oh my god, we're literally playing Extraction.
But you know what? It was fun. It tried to chew its own guts up. Finally died all curled up in a ball. Then he came after me. I shot him too, right in the leg. He cried more than the dog. And now it's your turn, James.
After you mag dump Eddie, at long last, you escape the other world, for now, and find yourself at the edge of the lake. Hopping onto a little boat, you row out into the fog, eventually reaching Lakeview Hotel. This happens to be a place that James and Mary actually stayed at during one of their visits to the town years back, and so James actually recognizes the spot almost right away. The hotel is pretty beautiful, with an incredible garden and a nice interior, albeit it's rather run down all things considered. It's going to visually get worse over time as you uncover the truth. See, Lakeview is all about self-reflection at the end of the day. This is a fitting theme, considering it's effectively the last major level in the game. More than any of the previous areas you have to fight, solve, and traverse your way through, Lakeview Hotel makes James question himself through more puzzles, signs of some horribly buried past, and at times pretty challenging sections. Before you begin though, you find Laura.
That part where you go in the basement, you have to dump all your shit. Fuck, it's so annoying.
Yep.
Oh fuck, I hated that part.
Did I scare you?
Yeah, you did. I guess I deserved it, huh? The fart face that I am.
Maybe. Then again, maybe you're not so bad. Just annoying.
Uh-huh. So, you got any other things planned? I think I saw a dark room back there you could lock me up in.
No. I think you've had enough. For now.
Well, that's reassuring.
Besides, I need your help finding Mary.
I wish I knew.
But she said it in her letter.
Wait. So there really is a letter?
Oh. Yeah. Want to read it? Just don't tell Rachel, okay?
Who's Rachel?
She's our nurse. I, took it from her locker.
My dearest Laura, I'm leaving this letter with Rachel to give to you after I'm gone. I'm far away now, in a quiet, beautiful place. Please forgive me for not saying goodbye before I left. Be well, Laura. Don't be too hard on the sisters. And Laura, about James. I know you hate him because you think he isn't nice to me, but please, give him a chance. It's true, he can be a little surly sometimes, and he doesn't laugh much. But underneath, he's a really sweet person. I love you, Laura. I love you like my very own daughter. I wish things were different. I wish we could be happy together, like we talked about. Even so, I know you will have a good life. You're a strong, smart, beautiful girl. Happy 8th birthday, Laura. Your friend,
Do I have Arby's
Mary.
in Australia?
How old
Nah,
are
we
you?
don't.
I turned 8 last week.
Oh my god! Now I get to just stare at that while I do things. But
Mary couldn't have died 3 years ago. Is this the quiet, beautiful place she was talking about?
Me and Mary talked a lot about Silent Hill. She even showed me all her pictures. She really wanted to come back. She also talked a lot
missing
about
out.
you.
Yeah, no, there's so, bro, there's so many
Kinda
like
was his
fast
other
food that
letter.
I wish Australia had that America
Pink
has.
warmers for you. The envelope had your name on it. Mary wouldn't want me to keep it from you, so I just sort of kept it for you. Here.
Get some DoorDash. I heard they do
It's empty.
overseas. Yeah, bro. I'll get a plane delivery of fucking Arby's,
Laura,
bro.
there's nothing in it.
What? But I didn't take it.
I swear.
Well, where is it then?
I must have lost it. I gotta find it.
Laura!
It all comes back to that letter. Your goal here is to find that letter, but not exactly just for the sake of finding a piece of paper. You're trying to find the truth. Some sections here are pretty tough, and I'm not just talking about how many times my game crashed. There's this one part where you have to leave all your stuff behind in order to use an elevator that takes you to a basement where these enemies have free reign to basically queue up, and you just need to run and hide. This shit reminded me of Soma, honestly, which is a horror game where you similarly can't really fight
you
back.
can actually
But
just...
after you overcome that section and the rest, you finally find this video.
I probably will never finish that game because fuck that shit.
Tape that Maria was alluding to earlier. A videotape that's about to reveal everything. The truth or some twisted version of it. What you see and what happens next all depends on your actions in the game leading up to this point, which is why it's important we finally talk about the endings. But before we can, let's conclude Angela's story, since her final cutscene is revealed around this time, regardless of which ending you end up getting to James's story. In some otherworld dimension, you find Angela in a burning room at the bottom of a staircase. And I'd like you to just watch this one in its entirety before we break it down.
Oh my god, this can't be real.
What is it?
My character's taking a shower.
Oh, bro, why my game had to fuck itself, man? Oh, come on, bro.
Mama?
What do I do here?
Mama,
Oh.
I was looking for you. You're the only one left. Maybe then I can finally rest. Mama. What's wrong? Wait.
Bitch is delusional. Up you in human flesh and their food, so you
You're
guess I
not
missed
my
a bullet?
mama.
Damn.
Oh, you can just... Oh, I didn't mean to do it again.
It's...
Oh my god.
It's you.
Do I get like a bonus for doing that?
I'm sorry, Angela. I think you were right. What we're looking for, it's not here.
What is that animation? What was that?
Not anymore.
Does that do anything?
Thank you for helping me earlier.
No, you can make your character go to the toilet. It doesn't even do anything. It just
Even Mama
shows it
said
sitting
it.
down on the chair.
Hell yeah.
And that's it.
I deserve what happened.
That's all it does.
Angela, that is not true.
Don't pity me.
Fuck, my sensitivity is so whack. It must just
I'm
be for
not
these
worth
areas,
it.
though. It's alright.
Or maybe you think you can save me?
Alright, let's go check my new orders. Where am I going? Oh my god.
You love me?
Oh man, if I stream this and I have a webcam on, yeah, people are gonna expose me, bro.
Care.
I'm literally just looking at the gap. Literally just looking at the gap the whole way through. Like, I'm not even afraid to admit it.
Hey, Mansu, what's up, man? What's up, Dumbledore? Thanks, bro. So we would be playing a game right now, but yeah, my game decided to reinstall itself.
My pain.
So we're waiting for that to finish, and then we're gonna get into the game.
That's what I thought.
So I'm kind of just watching some Silent Hill 2 lore because I finished the game last night.
James. Give me back the knife.
No, I won't.
Saving it for
Me?
yourself.
There you go, bitch. You want the knife back? Alright. Bet.
Have it your way. It doesn't change anything.
Alright.
I'm multi-streaming right now? Yes, sir. YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Trying to up that discoverability as much as possible, even though Twitch's discoverability is terrible and Kick doesn't really. It's kind of just there.
You
But
see
you never
it
know.
too?
Better than, you know, not doing
For me, it's always like
Tried
this.
Chernobyl, the first game is.
Oh, here we go.
Absolutely fucked a second.
can get the outfit. Oh my god. That's hot.
Just saying, unpopular opinion, grilled is overrated.
What makes this scene so real is how, at the end of the day, you can't save
I don't
people
eat
from
grilled
themselves.
that
Their
much.
problems internal,
I can
whether
sort of
from
see
the way
that.
they
I
were
don't really
born
eat it
or
that much.
environmental things. Stuff just.
I think their
happened
fries are
before
way
it
too
happened to
salty.
them.
Is that just
None
me?
of this is
I don't know, I
something
just don't
that
like their
James or
burgers
even
that
that the
much.
most intelligent person in the world could save them from. If it wasn't clear by now, Angela was clearly sexually assaulted by her brother and father when she was a little girl, and her mother seemed to know and do nothing about it. Symbolic of how, even after searching for all this time in Silent Hill for her mama, she never found her. Her parents were never there for her. One outright abused her directly,
Mission
and the other
vouchers.
abused her through neglect.
Vouchers
This is
issued by
unfortunately
Shadow
all too
based on
common.
combat
And
efficiency.
Angela's story in the
Mission
game
tokens
represents
reset
the
when you
reality
use
that
using
friends,
games.
strangers, hell,
You're
even
telling me I
lovers
just have to
will
log
never
in for
be able to
7 days
heal
and
the
I get that
trauma
uniform.
something like that can cause
Alright,
for
bet.
someone. It's something they have to come to terms with on their own. That fire is their own too. And whether
You
Angela
want to see the
dies
uniform,
here,
Donnie?
we'll never really know.
Yes.
But with Angela's ending concluded, we can now cover James's endings.
Oh, you
So
can look
allow
at the
me to
video that the
introduce-
previous video that I sent. I'll show it from. Yeah, that would do.
Hey, thanks so much for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate it.
All you have to do is log in for 7 days and you get that. Kind of seems like they want you to do the extraction mode. It seems pretty fun though. Have to try it.
Look at this. This is the game we're going to be playing soon as it finishes installing. Look at that. Oh my fucking god.
I gotta do a challenge.
Welcome.
Explore. Modify.
There are 8 endings in total. Fitting for 8 parts, I know. There's 2 endings exclusive to the remake, so let's start with the original 6 before we cover those. Considering the seriousness of the source material, I'm going to explain the 2 joke endings first, just to get those out of the way. In the UFO ending, James walks outside with an item called the Channeling Stone as he sees some lights come down from the sky that eventually blind the shit out of him.
she's very
And the
hot.
game turns into a silent film as we see PlayStation 2 James walk towards modern James. This Space James claims to be the real version and that the remake one is just a clone, before an alien blasts his back and knocks him out. What did I just watch? In the dog ending, after James unlocks some door with the dog key, he walks into a terminal room with the Shiba Inu in the chair, operating the terminal. Turns out that in this ending, this dog is known as Mira, and it was behind the entire story of Silent Hill,
how do I get
pulling
this?
all the strings. James, now speaking in fucking Japanese for some reason, falls to his knees as Mira jumps down from her chair and starts licking him. As the credits roll, we get this Undertale sounding ass dog music, but at least it somehow makes more sense than the UFO ending. Now for the actual true endings of the game. The videotape in most of them reminds James of something that the game had been alluding to all this time. James Sunderland killed his wife. With everything leading up to it, this should surprise you. But how he deals with that fact is different depending on the ending you get. Determined by all kinds of key items you can find and choices you make throughout the game, it's revealed that James killed Mary from frustration of wanting his life back. But whether or not that's the answer by itself depends on what you see next. In the Rebirth ending, James finds Mary after watching the videotape, but he calls her bluff and knows it's actually Maria. After fighting her, we see James rowing a boat across Toluca Lake, trying to presumably find the old god that the Order cult had worshipped and resurrect Mary with it. James seems a bit batshit insane during this cutscene, and while it never shows if he succeeds or not, it can be assumed that due to the themes of the Silent Hill games, the fact that he never moved on from Mary would suggest this doesn't end well. Eddie never moved on, and well, you can see what happened to him. So this similar fate for James would make sense. The Maria ending shows Mary and James talking about the past, and how James, instead of moving on, has latched onto Maria. After this boss fight concludes, it shows James waking Maria up. They then head to his car
Okay, so
from
that's
the
where
beginning of
you-
the game, and
alright, what
Maria
else do we have?
starts to cough. This might be symbolic of the fact that even in this kind of delusion, Maria can never
Inferno.
escape what Mary would become with her illness.
I don't
The
know.
ending that
Is
I
this
got
the
in my
battle
first
pass?
playthrough, in water, is possibly the most depressing. After the normal fight, we see James in his car as he talks about how he can't forgive himself for what he did and accepts while Mary wouldn't want him to do what he's about to do,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter
300K
anymore
limit.
because she's gone. We get a small glimpse
I
of
find
her
that so
corpse in
funny.
the back seat before James steps on the gas and drives his car into the lake. During the note from Mary, she states at the end that she understood why he started to hate her and how she wants James to live on even after she's gone, for himself and the ones still alive around him. This is a sad conclusion about a man so desperate for retribution for his own sins that he took it upon himself to deliver this kind of punishment. In the Leave ending, we get a glimpse of Mary, bedridden due to her illness, and James sitting next to her. This doesn't seem to be a flashback,
Hey,
though, since
kids,
it's
thanks so much for
presumably
the
the
follow-
spirit
hey,
of Mary
thanks so much
talking
for
to
the follow
him
on Twitch, I
in a
appreciate it.
recreation of her room during her last moments.
the
Mary
multi-stream.
reaffirms to James that she
We're
wanted
on
the
the
pain to end, but James claims that he did it out of hatred and that he wanted his life back. But Mary responds with this.
If that's true, Then why do you look so sad?
Because I'm a bitch.
Mary.
It's okay, James.
So that likely confirms that James did still love Mary till the end and simply wanted her to not suffer anymore. Though due to the 3 years of anger, he used that anger as
so
an
these
excuse
are
to
the
finally
new ones
end
they
her
added,
pain.
okay.
As James seems to be the person to always
Oh
hate
my
himself,
God,
he
this
kept
game's
on
actually
thinking he
monetized
killed
to
her out of
absolute
pure hatred.
fuck
At the end of
though, I
their
won't
last
lie.
conversation, Mary hands
What,
him her
shit?
last letter and the screen fades to black.
It's
Fade
like,
back in
just
with Laura
everything
as
that
we
I'm
see
looking
James
at, it's
walking
like
to
your
her,
typical
giving her
Nexon
Mary's last
stuff.
note. Mary's voice
Yeah.
reads through the letter, concluding
Not
with her telling
everything,
James
just
to live on for himself and the
things.
people around him. While James and Laura walk out of the graveyard, finally
They
leaving
overwhelm you with
Silent
so
Hill.
much stuff.
You know, I look like Dexter Morgan from the TV show Dexter. It's just my hairline is pretty.
Those were all the original
better
endings they
than
kept
his.
in the remake, but it also introduced 2 new ones. The Bliss ending involves James drinking something called White Claudio, which is made from a native flower found near Toluca Lake and has
Sorry,
hallucinogenic supernatural properties that in the past the town actually started to
I just know
refine
how to
into
hide it.
PTV, a drug that created this whole market. Anyway, at the end point of the game, when he puts the tape into the VHS, instead of getting the tape that jogs his memory of him murdering his wife, we see a tape of Mary and James embracing, appearing as a loving couple.
What the fuck is the 10k channel point option?
Come on, we need.
What is my 10k channel point option? Oh, I twerk. Oh yeah, so I put on Megan Thee Stallion and I start twerking it.
And the last shot reveals that James isn't here anymore. This ending is
Yeah.
by far the most
That's what the
ambiguous,
option
but a
is.
theory that's possible is due to the properties of White Claudio. When James puts in the tape, he sees what he wants to see, something that'll give him bliss. Maybe then he literally transferred himself into this blissful reality, as seen with James just disappearing.
Oh, so they have a
without
casual
anything
mode and
else
they
to
have a
follow. Your
matchmaking
answer is
mode.
as good as
Why would you
mine
want to
at
play
this
the
point.
casual
Now for the
mode,
last
though?
ending, Stillness. This one is more or less the same as the In Water ending, though with him talking to a hallucination of Mary in this one instead of just himself. He really lets loose here.
I am so sorry.
Alright, let's have a look at... Okay, this is so much. I'm like, I feel overwhelmed right now. That's alright.
It's
Alright, let's have a look.
You're gonna save up? That? My booty cheeks are ready. Wait.
You know what? I think I'm gonna
that
do...
sounded kind of gay.
I'm gonna do... Yeah, that sounded pretty gay.
Pause.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna play every mech and just see what I like. I feel like they're all pretty good.
I've always been waiting.
I don't want
for
to
you.
just pick one. I think I'm just gonna play them all and see what I like. Light Attacker. Oh, this is the one that has been played. This guy. Oh, I gotta try this guy. This one right here, Hurricane. Pretty sure that's the one he played last time.
Like a hurricane. Here I am.
Recruiting squads. Nope, don't want it, don't need it. Wow, he looks
Whether
sick.
James dies here, like the In Water
God,
ending, really isn't
he's so
clear.
big.
There's a chance that maybe he jumped out of the car before it drove into the lake. There's also a chance that it's just the same fate. But what do you think? Of all the endings, which one is your
Mensu
favorite?
said
And
hi,
if you played the
Cam.
original, how do you interpret
Oh,
these
hi,
newly
Mensu.
added endings?
What's good?
Silent Hill
said,
2 is a sad
my
game.
dumbass
Yes,
didn't
that's
notice
definitely
you.
obvious here. And
In my
my
defense, I'm
God,
kinda
if
drunk.
Luke Roberts isn't
That's
nominated
alright,
for
mate.
some kind of goddamn
Understandable.
award for this, I will personally slap Jeff Keighley harder than Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. In Minecraft, of course. But really, Silent Hill 2 has been an incredible game to cover,
Melee
especially in
combat
2024.
versatile.
I said it at the beginning of the video, and I'll say it
Oh,
again.
that's
As
cool.
the Gen Z that I am, I feel
Okay.
really lucky to be able to experience this story in such great detail so many
You're not
years
doing
ago.
anything. Can you check what
There's a
Charlie's
certain
doing for me?
immersion into a distant
Yeah, sure.
past.
I'm just watching the Silent Hill video.
Restaurant, a tasting restaurant?
He's just vibing at the moment.
Or is it like they bring out
Okay.
like a
Chat and shit.
wide assortment of things to taste? Here you go, though. Hope you guys have a great.
Well, they have
celebration.
North Star in this game. There's a sniper mech.
Maybe like wine tasting.
Do you remember
Oh, yeah, I
North
guess
Star
maybe like wine
from
tasting.
Titanfall 2? Have you played? You played Titanfall 2, right?
No.
I guess
The
someone
sniper,
did
the
that.
sniper Titan.
Oh,
Like a
you mean the
charges weapon
multiplayer?
up?
Yeah, I played the multiplayer. I can't remember that much though.
I'm talking about the mech.
I can't remember.
The Titan, North Star.
Can't remember.
They have that in this game.
Multiple small dishes / bites.
I guess I'll just play
fancy
3v3s until we get on. I was going to do 6v6, but I think 3v3 will be more
Sounds
fun.
cool though.
Hey guys,
cool.
More CQC.
Jin, 300.
What's up, guys? It's
Starting my
critical.
first important
Oh, he's handing out
job
money.
soon, and I'm looking to get a MacBook
Oh.
Pro or Air. I'm not quite sure yet.
What
but
if he
I
gives
have
money to you? What if you
almost
win?
enough.
What if you get money, man?
The extra
I'll be very
300 will
happy.
pay for the rest.
I'm broke as
There
fuck.
you go.
Ah, this is a big
Hope
killer
your
character.
important job treats you very well.
I'm also really hungry.
Enjoy your Apple product.
Because like I know there's some people that have asked for a lot more than $500, like $1,000, and they usually give good reasons, and he usually just gives money to them anyway. So
Salchi Papa
Kid Smacker said North Star is the hardest
5843,
Titan to learn. It's
500.
ridiculous.
Just dead broke.
Yeah.
Also need a new GPU
Thoughts
to
on the
play
Denims
any
and
video games 'cause
H3H3
my old one
situation?
died.
Denims
Sorry.
is fucked.
You don't have to apologize to
Clear breach of fair
anybody.
use and copyright.
Hopefully it picks up for you soon, Salchi.
Come on. Donnie has no money. He's broke as fuck. $200 would be nice.
oh, he's like a support
Godspeed,
character.
Salchi Papa.
Okay. Interesting. Yep.
This is
Oh, this would be
Mega
he would be good for
T9000.
3v3s.
120. I haven't been getting as many hours at my job as I need, and this would be used to help me and my father with this month's car payment. Me and him share our car. There you go, Mega T.
Charlie's such a cool person. When he does shit like this. I remember when people tried to make videos against him, saying like talking shit about him handing out money. That was really funny. Because these people are fucking retarded. Not gonna lie, you hate Ethan, but I'm kind of with him at this
Hopefully
one.
the job picks
I mean,
up,
even
Mega
if you
T.
don't like him, it's just like you have to admit
This
that he's not gonna lose.
is Alexo 9003. Fireworks, $50. Money's been tight. Just want like a mortar cake or a bunch of small fireworks for my sister who's autistic. That's interesting. All right.
Someone asks for money and they're like, money's been tight. I want some fireworks for my autistic sister. What?
Did he go for it?
I think Charlie's just like, alright. Oh my god. I should have typed in chat W autism, bro. Oh fuck. That's
This
funny.
is You Got Happy Feet. $250. Dental visits and car needs fixing. Hey.
Is the
Enough said.
download almost finished? Listen, man. Sometimes it says that it's 30 minutes from finishing, and then sometimes it says it's 20 hours. Right now, for some reason, it says 1 day. Why is it doing this? Give it a second. Maybe if I stare at it, it'll fix itself. Why is it the network at 0?
I don't know why it's doing that for you either, mate. I wouldn't be able to help you there.
If I look at it, intimidate it. Maybe if I flop my dick. No, I'm not gonna flop my dick out. Pause this. What game is it? Mecha Break. New game that came out today. It's 12 hours now. Yep, it's great.
Kind of sucks that
Its peak
hold on.
peak download speed was 109, but now it's at 0.
God, here we go with people talking about the freaking kernel anti-cheat. Shut up, bro. Like, you're actually so annoying. You realize when you go on the internet, you sign yourself a death sentence, right? As soon as you're on the internet, you make one account for something, your personal information is out there. We're all cooked, man.
Yeah.
Get with the times.
Yeah,
People are so stupid. They don't think.
Yeah, just you having your phone.
We'll go back up.
Exactly.
You're already fucked. The government knows where you are at every part of the day with you having your phone.
Like,
The government knows where you are at every part of the day with you having your phone.
Castinius, $200.
Exactly.
Help get a new fridge.
And people are like, oh, cool, it's cheat. Nah, I don't want to play it. Nah. Spyware? Nah.
Enjoy the fridge.
Alright, I'm gonna give... Maybe I'll play one with this guy again, the actual match. So that was actually kind of fun.
Donnie's and Charlie's hype pretty much the same, ain't it? Plus both millennial unks. Listen here, motherfucker. One, Charlie's really short.
Havoc.
I'm not. I'm 5'10". That's not that short. It's short, but it's not short. Two, I ain't a millennial. I'm Gen Z. Believe it or not, I'm actually Gen Z.
Or especially after being a Destiny 2
He is.
Makes a lot more sense.
I can't confirm.
I wouldn't know what that meant if you beat a Destiny 2 that, like, fucking beat him down in the street.
I ain't even
for
unk yet. I'm still big bro.
No, we both are. See? He talks about being unk all the time. It's probably the first I ever heard him say, I'm not unk.
It's just a coping mechanism, Cam.
Never heard him say that before. Never heard him say that before.
Says the one who's actually an unk, bro.
I mean, I am, but like, I don't go on getting sad about it.
Not receive
I don't. Do I get sad about it? No.
Are you here, Havoc? Havoc? You gotta flip that to receiving payments. Or like verify the email or whatever.
So, there's a co-op mode and there's a free-for-all mode. What's the difference?
My download is tanking itself. I don't fucking know why.
It's the bloody teenagers.
What's the point of PayPal set to just not receive payments?
I
don't think it sets itself to that on purpose. I think it's to prevent like fraud or something. I have no fucking clue.
Fucking teenagers.
I don't know.
We'll have to try it. I may actually end up trying the extraction mode. I'm gonna have to try it eventually.
I don't know if
footage.
You're here or not,
I don't really know how it works. Just like my first impression so far, just looking at all the like they give you. There's like all these different shops and stuff, right? They have like a marketplace here where you can buy like patterns. Like I don't even know if this is them putting it in or someone else. Like there are people that are already selling stuff for the currency.
Early birthday.
Jesus.
Like there's these two patterns.
A very special day.
That are being sold. It doesn't say by who. It just says like sellable. You can purchase it for 40 of this currency, this Korite currency. That's like the main currency. It says 4. So you got achievement points. You got mission tokens. I don't know what you actually spend those on. I don't know yet. And then you got matrix credits. I'm assuming you just play the game and you get those.
400.
There's no way to.
Jesus. Gift.
There's no way to buy that.
Would really help.
I'm assuming you just earn it in game.
Go to W's son.
So my internet speed. I checked on the fucking. Wait, let me close Steam. Let me just quit Steam. Just gonna exit Steam. Because I just went on the internet and I just checked my fucking net speed and it's still fine.
I'm gonna go to the training range and I'm gonna test out. Oh my god, my character is beautiful. I'm gonna test out this other guy
to get my new kitten a badass cat tree. That seems very sweet.
Just have to put it as my default, right? You know what? Screw it. I'll raw dog it. I'll do what Charlie would do. Raw dogging it. Straight to 3v3.
Can you raw dog me? Wait, what?
Alright.
Cat enjoys it.
First squad to achieve 8 kills wins. Really? See how quick the game goes. Alright.
Why is my Steam has been fucking cooked recently?
Twitch
I'm just gonna say it.
Jack Lagoff.
Are you sure you set your download region
I need money to buy beats for my music career.
Australia?
I can't even load Steam.
That's cool.
There we go.
Do you mean like
Steam?
Like add-ons?
Chat, I'm gonna crash out.
Or like just straight up buying beats that you're gonna like wrap.
I mean that won't take long. Not to crash out. To
I'm imagining it's the former.
Yeah,
right?
no, I'm still crashing out.
I would think.
Update Steam.
There you go.
Oh my god, I got Uru on my team.
All
right, let's see it. I'm gonna get a game with this guy because I kind of want to.
I'm getting pissed off. I'm gonna order some food.
Oh, maybe he meant like Beats headphones. It could be it. It could be it.
That's how you check. Okay. because everything is like lock-on in this game. Maybe I'll I'm gonna probably up my
anyway.
sensitivity. I don't have to worry about my sensitivity. Probably better to have a faster sensitivity in this sort of game.
I need to take a piss.
We'll see. First game.
This is Jokester AE / Jokester AE. It's the same name twice, or maybe it's the whole name. Jokester AE / Jokester AE. $400. I'm suspended
First
from work
game.
and go back at the end of the month. Just need a little to cover the rest of my bills. Sorry to hear that. Suspended from work. Huh. What is this link? Hold on. There's no way that link works, right? No, okay. You mistyped the link, but I can fix it. I see. For a second there, I thought he put in like an Xbox Live code for like at the end of the PayPal link, because the .com is separated by some random characters, but I think he just copied a little too much. But I think this will fix it. Just taking all that out. No, that can't be right. That didn't work. I think... Are you in the chat, Jokester AE? Is Jokester AE here? So, to put... It's actually more than that. So, it's not only like the PayPal link was wrong. The PayPal link he provided is PayPal at a different domain. So like it just goes nowhere. Are you in the chat, Jokester?
If it doesn't, I'm just gonna fucking jump out a window. Why is Kick? I keep getting sent these bullshits on fucking Kick.
Don't enter info on there.
Your
No,
phone
it's not
died?
a,
What
it's
did you
not a
miss?
different site.
Nothing. I have to restart Steam and
like,
it's still being a cunt.
When people submit, most of them do like what their email address is associated with their PayPal account,
clones.
and then I can just copy that into PayPal to the send money request. This one, I can't do that because it's paypal.com at separate domain.
Era of video games that I really felt playing through this game. It's something that I rarely get to have, so for that, I think it's safe to say that myself and a lot of other players really appreciate what the developers of Blue Routine pulls off here. It's just incredible. But have you played the remake? What do you think about it overall? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video, subscribe for more. And as always, remember, Pyramid Guy has a fat ass. Hey, what's up, bitch?
Internet is fucked right now. Alright. I'll catch you, bro. Mine is fucked, so...
Most rain jackets get soaking wet and stick to your skin. With the Bearskin Heavy Storm Packable Rain Jacket, you can fight back to block the rain. This is the ultimate hiking grade tactical rain jacket that's built for city living too. Why? Because it's light enough to unfold from your pocket or backpack, but strong enough to handle a storm. This is the only 5-pocket rain jacket that comes with a 10,000mm heavy.
The primary theme of Silent Hill 2's story is truth.
I fuck with Labubu because bitch just gifted me. No, I don't fuck with Labubus. No, they're fucking millennial. They're like millennial shit. They're like they're like new pop vinyls, bro.
Character in the game has some truth they are either refusing to accept or running away from. Despite how twisted and warped and bizarre it might appear, Silent Hill's otherworld is actually a place defined by truth. It shows these characters who they really are. Through elaborate illusion, it forces them to confront reality. I am going to focus my analysis on 3 characters: James, Angela, and Eddie. Each of these characters is actually denying 2 truths. One big obvious truth, and then a subtler, uglier, more sinister truth lying underneath. It is this second truth that ultimately destroys them. Because in the world of Silent Hill 2, truth is not healing, not nourishing. Sometimes fans treat Silent Hill 2 as if it is some big therapy session.
This guy,
Just trying to
I'm still single. Man, shut the fuck
His
up,
characters
bro.
overcome their denial and
single,
become
me and
better
Cam are dating.
people. If anything, it is the exact opposite. James, Angela, and Eddie are all crushed by the truth. They are tortured by it. As we see very intimately in James' storyline, the truth is a hellscape to him. It is a strange and cruel nightmare full of hideous monsters from which he cannot escape. Okay, so let's talk more about James. In the very first shot of the game, we see him gazing into a bathroom mirror, into his own shadowy reflection. In the visual language of film, just about any time you see a character looking into a mirror this way. And so you see two versions of the same character on screen at the same time. This doubling effect is meant to communicate that this character has another self, often a darker self. There is more to him than meets the eye.
Oh, they even show you play the game too?
James is presented as a quiet and
right.
thoughtful character. He is
so
wounded and full of sorrow. He lost his wife to an unnamed disease 3 years ago and has never recovered from that loss. He is defined more than anything by his love for her, by how much he is willing to do for her. How much terror and pain and suffering he is willing to endure over the course of this story just for the slim chance that she might somehow impossibly be waiting for him somewhere in this town. He is on a journey down into unfathomable darkness.
I have to learn. The only way to get good at the key with mech games, because my brother taught me this, like you gotta play the other mechs in order to get good at these games. Otherwise, if you only play the one character,
all the terrible things that
in these sorts of games, you just won't be able to like figure out how to counter other characters.
Fueling his determination. And the
I know you can say that with every game, technically, but I feel like mech games is very, very important.
Which is apparently enough to drive him to do almost anything. Except maybe not. But
I just can't wait to find a guy that probably already has
his interactions with.
He's already paid for the 3 new mechs. He's probably gonna fucking
100%.
run it or
Of course,
something.
there's always that one person.
Other characters, James tends to be soft-spoken, polite, kind, and moral. He wants to help Angela, wants to deter her from self-harm. He tries to persuade Eddie to flee to safety. He wants to keep Laura and Maria safe too. He seems like a good person. But every now and then we see glimpses of his other self, the darkness within him, like when he angrily accuses Laura of being a liar. And of course, towards the end of the game, that darkness is put on full display when it is revealed that he murdered his own wife. She did not die of her disease. She died by suffocation, as her own husband brutally smothered her face with a pillow. There was a monster lurking inside this seemingly soft-spoken good guy all along.
Are you talking about Monster?
That is only the big, obvious truth.
Maybe.
I know that is
Silver Monster.
That destroys
the
him.
Ultra
There
Silver,
is something even worse, even more terrible yet to be revealed. James is not only in denial that he was the one who killed his wife, he is also in denial over when his wife's death occurred. He believes she died 2 years ago, when in reality, he murdered her days ago at most. It happened very recently. But why? Why this denial of the timeline? What happened during those 3 years that he does not want to remember? Well, after defeating Pyramid Head,
as Charlie was saying, my Katie's about to be huge.
Punishment, and while he approaches the final confrontation with Maria, who is the avatar of his inability to let go of his wife after her death, we hear an echo of an interaction between James and Mary, and this interaction shows us what he is truly running from. We are going to listen to this echo together now, and as you listen, ask yourself, what is being revealed here? And what makes this an even more terrible revelation than the fact that he killed his own wife? Okay, here it is.
What do you want, James?
Okay, so he didn't kill his wife. I'm watching like more stuff on Silent Hill. So he didn't kill his wife 3 years ago. It was more recent. Probably like 3 days ago. Okay.
Flowers.
I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be back.
I don't want any damn flowers.
Just go home already. Look at me. I'm disgusting. Between the disease and the drugs, I look like a monster. Well, what are you looking at? Get the hell out of here. Leave me alone already. I'm no use to anyone. I'll be dead soon.
To their credit, though, this game's definitely not full pay to win. If it was, it'd be ridiculous, because you can get those new mechs. You just have to grind for it.
If they just killed me.
That's good then. It's more.
I guess the hospital's making a nice.
It's not just for the skins and stuff. Just the amount of skins and shit. Yeah.
Why are you still here? I told you to go.
They're all playing the same. Oh no, they're not. Never mind.
I mean, it's the same with Apex as well. Like, you can pay for the hero or unlock them by earning Apex points or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Wait. Please. Don't go. Don't leave me alone.
Break his shield first.
Don't leave. It's my fault.
Please.
My fault. Ain't
Tell
nobody
me I'll
around.
be okay. Tell me I'll
In this echo, we are witnessing the disintegration of James and Mary's relationship. For most of the story, Mary does not get a lot of character development.
Yeah, I know what you're
because she
saying,
is
bro.
already dead at the start, she does not appear much on screen, only in little brief flashbacks, where she is portrayed as a vaguely loving and tender wife. She is less of a character and more of an idealized archetype, something for James to pursue, to long for. But in this echo, she suddenly bursts out onto the stage as a very complex and human character. She expresses a wide range of complicated and contradictory emotions. Confronted by her own mortality, by the fact that nothing would stop the disease, that she was going to die, she suffered from a kind of emotional collapse. She swung from hope to hopelessness, from denial to depression to anger. She became filled with rage. She lashed out at the people closest to her. She made them feel the same misery that she felt. And then afterwards, she was overcome by sadness, by a need for human connection and comfort, by a need to be with the very person she had just pushed away. This is what James is really hiding from, the fact that his relationship with her had collapsed. That, because he could not handle her emotional distress, he had essentially abandoned her in the hospital, all alone with her pain and sickness. As Laura says, eventually James stopped visiting her at all, because he could not face her rage or her misery. He was too weak. In their final interaction in the other world, James at first tries to claim that her murder was altruistic, that he was simply ending her suffering for her sake. But then he corrects himself. The truth was, he did it for himself. He did it because he had grown to hate her, hate what she had done to him, the miserable person she had turned him into, the way her sickness had taken over his life. He hated her for making him hate her. He wanted it to all be over. The reason why he cuts all 3 of those years out of his memory is because it was during those 3 years that his love for Mary was truly tested, and he failed. His love was not strong enough. He was not strong enough. Her sickness, her rage, transformed him first into a coward and then into a killer. He wants to forget all of that and only remember the time when they were in love, before it all went wrong. It was not the truth of what he had done that he could not face, it was the truth of who he was, who he had become. There is an ending where James leaves the town with Laura, apparently healed by his experience in Silent Hill, where he is somehow able to not only move past his wife's murder, but also what that murder revealed about him and who he truly is. But there are more endings where he is not able to heal and move on, where he either desperately clings to some version of Mary or where he chooses to destroy himself. The other two characters we are going to discuss do not receive these generous options. They do not get any chance to heal and leave and move on. Angela and Eddie both only get one ending, and it is not a happy one. But before we move on, I do quickly want to talk about something else. This is probably going to sound like a crazy comparison, but Joel from The Last of Us always reminded me of James. Okay, let me explain. These are not just the main characters of their respective stories, but the player characters.
I don't even care if
because
I
we are in direct control of them, I think we naturally develop an intimacy with them. These characters are us to some extent. They are our avatars in this fictional world. Their success or failure is our success or failure. And perhaps even more than that, because we spend so much time with them, we witness their humanity. We see them at their best, when they're fighting to do the right thing. We see their suffering and their pain, and how hard they fight to overcome each challenge. We become deeply invested in their journeys. And so when we finally see them commit these terrible, awful, perhaps even unforgivable crimes, it can lead to a really fascinating emotional experience for the audience. How do we react when these characters, who we have invested so much time and feeling into, when they do things that we ourselves would never choose to do, that we cannot condone or justify? You can see similar audience reactions to both characters. Sometimes people will finish the games and say, oh, Joel or James is a monster, a criminal, a murderer, a terrible, evil person, and I don't like him just one bit. It's almost as if they have been betrayed by that character. At the other end of the perspective, you have people saying things like, oh, I love James, or
Mecha Break, but it's not downloading, probably because I'm streaming. So I will end stream early, but it is what it is. Kind of like, I'm just a bit annoyed. So I might play some tonight and then on stream tomorrow. Alright.